Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic
With the
channel.
Venture X card
What's
from
good
Capital
with
One,
you?
you earn two
And
times
so
miles
here we
on
go.
every
We've
purchase.
got the Chargers and Jaguars here. Kickoff on the way. Jaguars here returning it from the 20 all the way to the 25-yard line here. So Jacksonville will get the offensive possession here first, and let's see how things play out. And of course, Trevor Lawrence here, first playoff experience for both of these young quarterbacks here. And so we'll see who will be able to lead their team to victory today. All right, so here we go for the Jaguars here. First and 10 here from their own 24-yard line. Shotgun formation. Snake take the snap and get it to the back up the middle, who's going to pick up about 3 yards on the carry. We've got second down coming up. Let's see. Kenneth, what's good with you? You say, hey, my friend, how are you doing? I am doing great. How are you doing? All right, so second and 6 here, shotgun formation. Takes the snap, fakes to the back, quick pass there. Ball's deflected and picked off already. An interception here for the Chargers defense on just the second offensive play of the game. And already Trevor Lawrence on his first pass makes a mistake here in the playoffs. You never know who's going to rise to the occasion and who's going to shrink in the big moment. But man, this is a huge turnover here early for the Chargers. An excellent field position here because that was a nice return. You look, he threw it there. He wanted to hit the slot receiver, but the ball was deflected twice, picked off. And so now the Chargers will get the football here after a tremendous turnover. And of course, Joey Bosa was the first to get his hand on the football here, sparking that turnover. What a huge play. So now we got the Chargers here going to line up in the shotgun here from the Jaguars. 18-yard line. Takes the snap. Looking. Herbert throws it. It's going to be completed. Ball at the 12-yard line. Now, again, they will be without wide receiver Mike Williams. Basically, the team made the decision to play him last week. He got injured. They're hoping that if they continue to keep their playoff, hopes alive and move on beyond this round, that maybe next round he can join them if they make it that far. But they won't have Mike Williams here today. Braden, what's good with you? Braden says, hey, JB, but here we go. Herbert up under center here. Two receivers, two tight ends back in the backfield. Takes the snap, going to toss it here to Austin Eckler. And Eckler off the right guard. And look at him go all the way to the end zone for a touchdown. So how about that? Jaguars get the football first, but it's the Chargers who score in less than a couple plays. I mean, look at that. Wow. And look at the burst by Austin Eckler. He's running fresh out there. That's a good sign if you're rooting for the Chargers. So Carmichael, what's good with you? Carmichael says, hey, JB, how are you? I am doing great. How are you doing? Meanwhile, you look at that replay there, and so he uses one hand to keep himself in the air, and he turns. He gets that one in the end zone. That's a clean touchdown. Now we got the PAT attempt coming up here. Extra point attempt is up and right down the middle. It is good. So it's the Chargers who score first, 7-0 here in this one. So let's see. Is this going to be something that continues to be the theme here today for the Jaguars?
With the Venture X
You
card
have
from
to
Capital
avoid
One, you earn two times
turnovers.
miles on every purchase.
That is just something that they have to be able to avoid are turnovers. But again, we're hitting the commercial here early, and so again, Trevor Lawrence's first pass was picked off. Gives me an opportunity here to set up the first poll question of the day. All right, let's see. All right, gonna set up the first poll question here. All right. All right, poll question is up. And who do you guys have in this one? And also, if you want to drop your final score also in the chat, let me know that also what you think the final score is going to be. Obviously, we know that the Chargers have 7 points here, but what do you think the final score will be? All right, so far early in this one, we have Jaguars here. One vote for the Jaguars. Let's see. Carmichael says, I redid my picks for this week. You have the Chargers, Cowboys, Bengals, Giants, Bills winning. Okay, bet, bet, bet. Bet. So right now, two votes in, one for the Chargers and one for the Jaguars. I mean, if this game comes down to, I mean, I know that it's going to come down to which of these young quarterbacks, but honestly, with it being both of their first time on a big stage here, it may come down to these two running backs in comparison when it's all said and done. And so, I mean, I think I just got a feeling that the Chargers will win this game. I just got a feeling that they're going to win this game. All right, let's see. Carmichael says final score Chargers 28, Jaguars 17. Okay, bet, bet. Time to see how Trevor Lawrence and this offense will respond here. Again, Trevor Lawrence, I mean, shoot. Last couple weeks there, I know last week he kind of sort of struggled, but they still won. But prior to that, he's been looking good the last couple of weeks. He's just got to shove this off and just keep going. Kickoff on the way, no return here by the Jaguars, so they'll take over from their own 25-yard line for their second offensive possession of the game. Also, yeah, there was two guys that tipped it there before it was picked off there. And so, excellent job by the defense, though. I mean, that's why you work on the tip drills, and man, did it pay off. All right, Jaguars here with the football here. Shotgun formation. Two receivers towards the top of the screen here. Tight end goes in motion. Takes a snap, fakes to the back. Lawrence in the pocket. Gonna throw it and gets it to the receiver, and he's gonna catch it at about the 41-yard line there. Nice catch there. And a first down here for the Jaguars. Let's see. Braden says thoughts on Brian Hartline becoming offensive coordinator for you Buckeyes. Hey, I was happy about the promotion there. I was happy for him in the promotion. I feel like he deserves it, and so I'm always happy to see them guys, take that next step. So I am happy for him. And let's see. Carmichael says Brock Purdy is only good because of his coach and the system. And so I feel like for a lot of these quarterbacks, they need the coach and the system. It just has to be a good match, honestly, for it to work a lot of times. But I'm not mad at the kid. I mean, he was a seventh round pick, and I tell you what, Skylar Thompson, we'll see what he does tomorrow, but it ain't going to look nothing like what Brock Purdy's doing. I promise you that. All right, but here we go. Jaguars right now, again, trying to avenge their mistake last time and see if they can get some points for themselves here. Shotgun formation, two backs in the backfield. Guy goes in motion. We've now got trips at the bottom of the screen. Takes a snap, quick pass there to Ingram. Makes one guy miss, and he's going to take the ball to about the 50-yard line. And so, Daniel, what's good with you? What's good with you? And so that's right, Duval Nation out here in the playoffs at home. How about that? Doug Peterson first year. I say that is success, but obviously they've got bigger things in mind here. They want to go beyond just the wild card round. All right, we got first and 10 here. Shotgun formation here. Again, first quarter, 11 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Kirk goes in motion, takes a snap. Lawrence in the pocket, throws it, and incomplete. Second down coming up. And sometimes it's plays like that when you've got to see that nothing's open and you just got to know when to get rid of that football and not take a sack. That is so underrated in today's games. The quarterbacks have the ability to know, hey, there's just nothing downfield. Let me just go ahead and throw this one where only my guy can get it and get rid of the football quickly. Let's see. Carmichael says you dislike Brock Purdy very much. I mean, he's a hard guy to root against, Carmichael. All right, but here we go. Shotgun here for the Jags. Takes a snap here, going to give it to the back. ETN bouncing outside, showing that burst, showing that speed. Picks up the first down with ease. About 11 yards on the carry and a first down. If you can see plays like that happen throughout the course of this game for the Jags, hey, that's going to make this one that much more interesting here. I mean, I really feel like this game could go either way. It really could. But look at that. I mean, excellent job sealing Joey Bosa on that outside. Great job there. Extremely good play. That's what you want to see if you're the Jaguars. Let's see. Daniel says Dougie P is him. Oh, yeah, he is that guy. I know something about that. Absolutely. I've seen what he's done to my team on the biggest of stage, so I understand. But here we go. Lawrence upon the center this time. Went back in the backfield. Takes it. Play fake. Pressure coming. He throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. Second down coming up. 2nd and 10. Ball at the Chargers. 36 yards. And again, the Chargers up right now 7-0. Let's see. Carmichael says you just don't like him. Kenny Pickett is better. And so, I mean, I can't knock what the kid's doing. I get the situation is great and the system's good, but I can't knock what he's doing because Trey Lance was not looking like that for the 49ers at all. All right, here we go, though. 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation. You've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Take the snap. Chargers send 4. Lawrence steps up, throws it, incomplete. Excellent coverage there by the defensive back. And now we've got 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 10 from the Chargers' 36-yard line. Let's see. Carmichael says Trey Lance also played like 3 games. And so that's true. That is true. That is true. All right, but here we go. 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Throws it short. Completed. Got to make a couple guys miss. Spins and picks up about 2-3 yards on the play, but that's still going to bring up 4th down, 4th and 7. Ball at the Chargers' 33-yard line. Again, first quarter here with 10 minutes and 37 seconds to go. Let's see. Carmichael says, I mean, Jimmy G took them to the Super Bowl, so it has to be the system. And so, I mean, you could say that, but it's not like Jimmy and the 49ers offense was scoring a lot of points during that time. I remember when they beat the Packers in the playoffs in the game in which Aaron Rodgers refused to score a touchdown and stuff like that. And so I feel like Jimmy was the quarterback that if you did better than what Jimmy did, 49ers would have had a Super Bowl. So Brock doesn't have to be perfect. You just got to do his job. But look at that. Another interception. Now, it was 4th down there, so either way, it would have been Chargers ball if they didn't complete it. But, man, 2 interceptions on 2 drives, not how you want to start off here if you're Trevor Lawrence. Not at all. And so, but that time there, the interception, the frustration already sitting in here. And so, he's going to need this defense to come out here and get a stop against these Chargers here. Let's see. Carmichael says the Jags suck. All right, but so far, I mean, Trevor Lawrence, 3 of 8, 26 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions right now. And we're still early first quarter. Like, we still got over 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter right now, but it's still early in this one. Could be a little bit of nerves, all that stuff. And then again, they did go for it on 4th down. So 4th down, you got to throw it up there. But it's not the start you want if you're the Jaguars. But we'll see what the Chargers do offensively when they come back out here. So far, though, 3 votes here on the poll. We've got 2 for the Chargers and 1 for the Jaguars. Let's see. All right, so Carmichael said, my total on these 2024 Super Bowl predictions, you've got the Steelers beat the Vikings 48-0. Unbiased, unbiased. And so I hear you there. I hear you there. I hear you there. But again, we are at the commercial here. Yeah, I do want to see the Jags run the ball more because, I mean, Travis Etienne's looking really good on some of those running plays. So I do want to see them run the ball more. But yeah, you can't keep turning the ball over like this. 2 picks this early. It's still early, so plenty of football here. You're just down 7-0. No need to panic. Still plenty of football, but still, got to be careful about that. Let's see. You said Kenny throws for 478 yards. Hey, that's that's a lot of yards right there. A lot of yards right there. But how do you feel about Dante Johnson for the Steelers not, taking down all of his stuff for the Pittsburgh Steelers? It sounds like, or it seems like, at least for right now, he wants out. How do you feel about that? All right, so here we go back to the action here in the first quarter. Again, 10 minutes to go here. Chargers up 7-0, and they have the football fresh off the interception. Herbert throws it, completed to Carter, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards in the play. 3, 4 yards. Second down coming up. Let's see, Carmichael says Kenny has 4 passing touchdowns. All right, 2nd and 7, shotgun here. Receiver goes in motion. Herbert takes a snap, fakes it to Eckler, sidearms it, gets it completed, makes one guy miss. Tight end still rumbling, lowers his shoulders and dives all the way to the 36-yard line of the Jaguars here. You got to like how the Chargers are coming out here in this one. You can feel the aggressiveness here, and so they're coming out here trying to establish control early. Let's see, Carmichael says, I am pretty sure he never followed the Steelers and never had us in his bio, but we have Pickens. And so, absolutely, absolutely. And I'm excited, honestly, for you guys when it comes to Pickens next year. And I feel like next year is going to be the year that Najee Harris really has that big leap and stuff like that. Obviously, the offensive line, keep working on that, but I feel like next year is that year. Meanwhile, pass near the sideline, incomplete. I don't even know if he got 1 foot in bounds, honestly, but out of bounds, second down coming up. Yeah, but believe me, coming from a Patriot fan, keep all the good receivers that you can keep. Believe me. It's not fun when you only got one or none. All right, here we go. Herbert lining up under center here. One back in the backfield. Receiver goes in motion. We've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back in the backfield. Takes a snap. Jaguars sending 5. And they get to the back. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe picked up half a yard. And look at Justin Herbert numbers from this season. 4,700 yards through the air. Takes a snap on 3rd and 10. Steps up in the pocket, completes it to Carter, and Carter takes it all the way to the 20-yard line and a first down. Big third down conversion here for the Chargers in this one. This is just their second offensive possession of the game here. They scored a touchdown last time, and they're moving the football right now currently. Excellent throw, excellent catch. And I mentioned earlier Mike Williams, he is hurt, but on a positive note, Carter has played for a majority of the season, it feels like, or at least a good portion of the season. So he's well familiar and have that chemistry going with Herbert. They snap the ball, give it to the back off the left side. And that's going to be Kelly with the carry. He's going to pick up 5 yards in the play. Second down, coming up 2nd and 5 from the Jaguars 16-yard line. Let's see, Carmichael said, but we also get to see Calvin Austin next year. That's right. That is right. I almost forgot about Calvin Austin. I did forget about him. That is right. All right, but here we go for Herbert in the offense. Shotgun formation. Austin Eckler's the back that's in. They snap the ball, looking, throws it. Ooh, incomplete there. Receiver was open, but incomplete. Just couldn't make the connection. If he catches that, he's probably about a yard shy of first, or maybe he gets it. All right, so 3rd and 5 here in the first quarter. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Again, the Chargers up 7-0, trying to get the first down or maybe even the touchdown here. Let's see what they do. Shotgun, receiver goes in motion. They snap the ball. throws it, and it's completed, taken to the 10-yard line, but picks up the first down. Picked up 6 yards. They needed 5, and they got 6. So now we got ourselves first and goal here from the Jaguars' 10-yard line. So far on this drive, 8 plays, 51 yards, and over 3 minutes in terms of time of possession off the clock. And let's see, Braden says, nice sidearm throw by Herbert. He looks a little bit like Phillip Rivers, not going to lie, the way he's throwing that ball out there. But here we go, shotgun formation again. Carter goes in motion, trips at the top of the screen. Herbert takes a snap, quick pass there, caught by the receiver. Tries to split him, and he's going to be about 3 yards shy of the end zone here. And, of course, Keenan Allen with his reception. That was 6 yards on the play. And so, Mike, what's good with you? What's good with you? Mike says, yo, JB 3K. And so, Mike, tell me, Mike, how many points do you expect the Bills to beat the Dolphins by? Let me know. I am highly concerned about that game with Skylar Thompson playing. Honestly, if Tua was playing, I probably would have wanted to stream that one, but I know he's not, so no thanks. Here we go, second and goal here for the Chargers. Takes a snap, throws it, and, deflected. There's been a lot of tip balls today here, but Justin Herbert's done a good job of those sidearm passes, though. Let's see, but yeah, Mike says, yo, JB 3K, that's right, we are on the race to the 3K. Let's see, Carmichael says, and this is the 33rd year in a row the Steelers have had a better record than the Browns. Let's see, Mike says, how your Jags? And so, well, the Jags, they need you, Mike. They need you out there to be the coordinator. Trevor Lawrence has already thrown 2 picks so far in this one. All right, but here we go, third and goal. Herbert gets the snap, throws it, incomplete. He threw it at the man's shoelace. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up there. So the Jaguars defense there, you get the stop that you needed there, keeping them out of the end zone. Of course, you'll have the field goal attempt coming up here, but things could have been worse. Now, I know that the Chargers head coach does have a tendency to go for it from time to time, but doing the right decision here, going for the field goal. Let's see. Braden says, who's more underrated as a receiver, Keenan Allen or Mike Evans? I'll get to that in a second, but that is a very good question. Meanwhile, field goal is up, and it is good. But yes, that is a very good question. I love that question right there, Braden, in terms of who is more underrated and stuff like that. I mean, for the longest, I've always felt that Keenan Allen has always been slighted more than anyone, but that's if I'm talking about like just over the last like 6+ years, I say Keenan Allen, but especially over the last 3-4 years, probably last 3 years, I probably would say Mike Evans in the last 3 years, especially. But man, both of them are underrated. But yeah, I mean, gosh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I'm gonna have to make that a poll question and see what everybody think. I'm gonna leave this up though for a little bit longer, but that's a good question. Let's see. Mike says receiver Crowder and safety Micah Hyde return next week. Mike says how many points over 60 will Bills win by? Let's see. Braden says his release isn't as weird as Phillip Rivers was. Let's see. Carmichael says Mike Evans is my number 7 receiver in the league. Let's see. Mike says Braden, the Jags have the fake Josh Allen. Hey, that Josh Allen gets results from time to time when he wants to. Let's see. Braden says, yep, Carmichael, LOL, Mike. But again, we are right now currently at the commercial, but it's here in the first quarter, and the Chargers lead 10-0 with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the first. And so far the Jaguars, 2 possessions, 2 interceptions by Trevor Lawrence. Let's see what happens their third drive out there. All right, but so far we've got 4 votes in right now, 2 for the Chargers, 2 for the Jaguars. All right, let's see. Meanwhile, though, I do want to go ahead and get that question that Braden asked, because I feel like it was such a great question that I really want to get that as a poll question. So I'm going to go ahead and put it up there now. All right, let's see. All right, so again, courtesy of Braden with the question. So, who's more underrated? Let me know by voting, and I'm gonna try to keep this one up for a while so we can hopefully get a lot of votes in there. Let's see. Mike says Matt Milano is a pro, and so Carmichael says he deserves it. All right, here we go. Kickoff on the way. No return here by the Jaguars. All right, so let's see what they do offensively here. Trailing 10-0 here in the first quarter with 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first. I mean, you look at these two young quarterbacks here. Obviously, the future of the NFL includes these two guys, and they're the present also. But man, to have these two guys in the playoff here, gaining this experience, this is great for the league. Old man, what's good with you? What's good with you? Meanwhile, Lawrence gives it to ETN out the backfield. He's going to pick up a yard on the play. I feel like they're going to need a huge game from ETN here because, I mean, if you get the running game going, that's just going to make life easier right now for Trevor Lawrence. Obviously, he's trying to make too much happen right now. That's why he's got 2 interceptions so far. So you definitely want to make sure you get that ground game pounding. Let's see. Oh, it says, well, Cliff Kingsbury is out for the Patriots offensive coordinator job. It's Bill O'Brien or nothing. Yeah, I seen that. He went to Thailand and he booked a one-way flight and he said he's not interested in the offensive coordinator position. Meanwhile, Trevor Lawrence throws it in the tight coverage there. Incomplete. Third down coming up here for the Jaguars. You got to get some positive stuff going here for the Jaguars here. You can only keep doing this for so long here. Let's see what Doug Peterson draws up here on 3rd and 9. I do have faith in Doug Peterson here. So let's see what he dials up. 3rd and 9 coming up here from the Jaguars 26-yard line. Again, they trail 10-0. Let's see. Braden says, I've been doing a franchise on Madden with the Chargers, and Keenan Allen caught 18 touchdowns in one of the seasons. I've always personally loved Keenan Allen. The thing I don't love is just how often he gets injured. That's the only thing I don't love, honestly. But I love his game. And it's just something about Keenan Allen. When he gets going in a game, I mean, he takes it to a whole nother level. But meanwhile, Jaguars here incomplete. Trevor Lawrence, he's pleading his case, making his case right now. Incomplete. And so this is going to bring out the punt unit so the Chargers will get the football back once again with an opportunity to add more points on the board. They're already up 10-0. Let's see. Mike says, I realize he is most talked about player. Let's see. Carmichael says, Pats want to take Matt Canada. Nope, we are good. We are good. Meanwhile, that punt. Now, the punter did get hit there. Meanwhile, that ball goes to about the 43-yard line there, so not a good punt there. Seen the punter getting off the ground there, but let me see the replay here. All right, well, you can't call a penalty on your own guy, so you'll have to let that one go because, yeah, it was his own guy that he basically that ran into him there. Let's see. Oh, it says, Jets more than likely taking Patriots tight end coach for their offensive coordinator. And so you think that's who the Jets are targeting? Let's see. Carmichael says on Madden, I like going on easy mode and throwing for 1,000 yards in a game. Carmichael, that is something that I have never done, throwing 1,000 yards in a Madden game. But I think one time the most yards I think I've thrown on Madden might have exceeded 900 yards, but I was playing like a 15-minute quarter and stuff like that. I think that was Madden '09, and I was playing with the Patriots versus the Steelers that time, and like it was a lot of points scored that day, both sides, a lot of points scored. Never again will I ever play a 15-minute game again. Never. But that was on all Madden mode though at that time. Let's see. Mike says Josh Allen underrated, and so yep, can't argue that. Let's see. Mike says XFL and USFL rosters loading up. Yes. Who are some intriguing names that we are looking at when it comes to both the XFL and the USFL? Because pretty soon that's going to be all we have. All right, but definitely do keep the votes coming in, though, for this poll, because I definitely want to see. We've got 4 votes right now, 2 for Keenan Allen, 2 for Mike Evans. Let's see. Old says, I'm thinking Patriots are offering Mayo the assistant head coach job and under the table deal for him to be the next head coach. I like that. I'm all in favor of that. Gerard Mayo. I remember when we drafted him, like, well, I think it was what, like seventh overall that year out of Tennessee when we drafted him, and he's been nothing but superb, and he's just as good as a coach as he was a player. So, absolutely, I would love that to be the replacement. Like, I would love it. Anybody but Matt Patricia, please. Let's see. Carmichael says, JB, what do you think about Cole Strange? And so, I mean, Cole Strange, as a rookie, as long as he continues to show improvement, I mean, believe me, we had a lot of problems on that offensive line, and I don't think that Cole Strange was like, that problem on the offensive line. There's some other guys that I'm looking at in that offensive line that really, really need to be replaced, upgraded, all the above. All right, but here we go for the Chargers here. Receiver goes in motion. They take the snap, give it to the back, and the back fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he is denied that, and he's going to lose a yard on the carry. And that was Kelly with the carry. Let's see. Oh, it says, and I don't know if you follow Blunt. I do not. I do not. Let's see. Braden says, college basketball was interesting today. A bunch of ranked teams lost. And so, man, I'm upset that I missed that, but I am looking forward to being able to do that. I know that after this week, Mondays are going to be available. So maybe at some point during the playoff, I might start sneaking in like a little college basketball perhaps. Meanwhile, pass across the middle, completed to Everett. Picks up 6 yards in the play. Now we got third down coming up here. Third and about 4 from the Chargers, 47-yard line. Again, still first quarter with 3 minutes and 38 seconds to go. Let's see. Oh, it says Cole Strange will be a good lineman, but he needs to work on a lot of stuff. All right, but here we go for the Chargers. 3rd and 5 here. Shotgun formation. Receiver goes in motion. Herbert gets the snap. Throws it. Ball is tipped. The defensive lines for these two teams are doing a great job at getting a hand up. Ball was tipped. 4th down coming up, and the Jaguars desperately right now. I know it's early, but really from like a momentum perspective, they needed that stand. Let's see. Carmichael says it's strange to Pat's left guard. Let's see. Braden says sounds good. But yeah, I definitely do want to get in a good amount of college basketball streams. I know last year I mostly started, I think I started around conference tournament time, but I definitely do want to get some in before then. Meanwhile, punts on the way. And, ooh, it took a Charger bounce there. All right, so picked up at about the 14-yard line, and that's where Jacksonville will take over from their own 14-yard line. Trailing 10-0 right now, hitting the first quarter with just under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. All right, let's see. O says that Blunt retweeted a tweet that Mayo staying long with the Patriots. He talked about Stevenson, and he hinted him being a running back coach. Ooh, okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I mean, I was so glad. I was surprised in a good way when the Patriots reached out to keep Mayo because I just knew that we were going to, I just thought that we were going to lose Gerard Mayo. I thought he was going to end up going to Cleveland and stuff like that to be their defensive coordinator, but I am glad that we're retaining him. Let's see. Carmichael says Mika Fitzpatrick, first team All Pro. Let's see. Braden says, I feel like we say it every year when it comes to college basketball, but it's wide open when it comes to who will win the title. I mean, honestly, Braden, when you ask me my favorite, like, playoff system in any sport, it comes down to college basketball just because of how it's set up, the number of teams, the passion, and then, like, you just guys stepping up, who's playing hot at the right time. I remember that year that I think South Carolina got hot in the playoffs when they did absolutely like the bare minimum to get in there in the regular season and stuff like that. You never know who's going to get hot at the right time, and that's what you love about college basketball because it's about who's the better team that day. And believe me, there's a lot of talent out there, so you got to love the way that college hoops is. And this year, it is really wide open. Of course, with that being said, in typical Big Ten fashion, we'll have about the most teams enter the bracket, and then none of us will get past the Elite Eight. And so we need someone in the Big Ten to win. At this point, Braden, I don't care if it's Iowa, I don't care who it is. Just someone representing the Big Ten. Bring it home for us this year, please. Let's see. Ola says Mayo, Troy Brown, Blunt, Wilfork as the coaching staff. Carmichael says the Cardinals reached out to talk to Brian Flores about their head coach spot. I did see that. I did see that. And so personally, I would be fond of it. I really would. If you can't get Sean Payton, I would love that. Either or. I would be fond of either or, really. Let's see. Oh, it says everyone is saying this was Mr. Kraft and his son stepping in because normally everything is kept in house, not this time. And kudos to him. This had to be done. This had to be done. 'Cause we basically wasted a season, especially for Mac Jones. We just wasted a season. All right, but here we go for the Jaguars here. Shotgun formation again from their own 14-yard line. Trevor gets the snap, stands in the pocket. He's throwing it deep and incomplete. Is that going to be pass interference? It will be pass interference there. Got to do a better job of turning around there. So it's going to be pass interference where honestly, I feel like it was good coverage. Ball was a little underthrown there, but hey, that is pass interference. And so let's see. Marley, what's good with ya? What's good with ya? How are you doing? And let's see. Oh, it says they're working on it right now, Braden. Let's see. Carmichael says Bill Belichick. Is he like 70? He's like 70 or 71. One of the two. And let's see. Mike says Patriots are signed Tremaine Edwards, Jordan Poyer, Devin Singletary. We can't afford. We don't need Devin Singletary. I promise you, we do not need Devin Singletary. All right, so it looks like they're going to wave that one off. And so, again, Asante Samuels Jr., I was very high on him coming into the draft when he got drafted, and, hey, it's paying off now. Let's see. Carmichael says, I think the Steelers might make a push at signing Tremaine and with Terrell Edmonds helping you. And so, I'm sorry, helping us. Let's see. Mike says, oh, how the Bills fans treating you? All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Again, shotgun here from their own 14. Kirk goes in motion. Snaps the ball. Gets it to the back. In the back. Off the left guard. Going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. Now we got 3rd down coming up here. 3rd and 5. And so at some point, we got to get this train rolling here. If you're rooting for the Jaguars, this train has got to get rolling. Oh, man, look at that pass that he made. The guy on the left was open there, but he stepped up like he was supposed to. He just locked in on the wrong receiver. Let's see. Marley says, I'm good. Let's see. Mike says, Tremaine's going to cost us a king's ransom. Meanwhile, does anybody know if J.C. Jackson is he like injured or do they just not play him for the Chargers? Meanwhile, another interception. Are you serious right now? What is happening? I'm telling you, my man Trevor Lawrence right now, he's seeing those Sam ghosts that Sam Darnold always sees right now. This is 3 picks in the playoff is never good. I get it. It's your first playoff. But in the first quarter, and we're still in the first quarter, son, what are you doing? You're practically gift wrapped in the game right now to the Chargers. What is going on? Wow. It's like he's never read coverage before today. Look at that. Threw it right to him. This is Asante Samuels Jr. You got to know the tendency. He's going to jump that route 10 out of 10 times. You have to know that. I'm just a bystander, and I know he's going to jump that route. That's what he does. It's in his DNA. Meanwhile, the Chargers here get the ball. Austin Eckler off the left side, and he's going to pick up about a good 6, 7 yards on that play. 2nd down coming up here. 2nd and 3. Let's see. O says JC is hurting on IR. Let's see. Mike says JC on the Chargers. He's not good. He's not worth the money they're paying him. I promise you that. And let's see. Brandon says, come on, Trevor Lawrence. Carmichael says Trevor Lawrence is trying to lose. He probably bet on the Chargers to win. All right, here we go, though. 2nd and 3. Herbert up under center. Carter goes in motion. Got a fullback in the backfield. Gets it to the back, off the left guard. Fighting forward. Gets to that first down marker there. Let's see where they mark him. But it looks like that should be a first down upon first glance. But let's see where they mark him at. Let's see. O says he played a couple games and got re-hurt. That's why Pats only got a fourth round. And so, oh man, I was hoping we would have got more than that, but I get it. And let's see. Carmichael says, JB, who's better, Herbert or Burrow? And so I gotta say Burrow for right now. But I love both, honestly. I mean, that's a tough question, but right now, I would say Burrow right now. But it's super close. Meanwhile, Herbert snaps the ball, gives it to Austin Eckler off the left side there, and look at him go. That's an easy touchdown. He could have broke it outside, but he chose to go ahead and take the contact there. But that's a touchdown. The Chargers are up 16-0, and they still have the extra point to go. Wow. I feel like Trevor Lawrence watched a little bit too much of TCU right now because he's doing his best TCU impersonation. If it looks that way. But man, I mean, right now the Jaguars, they just look like they're sleepwalking right now. Honestly, I mean, I really thought coming into this game that I would see the Jaguars play with like the best intensity that I've seen in years from them, given a home playoff game and what that means for the city right here. So this is tough to be down 17-0. Now it is the first quarter. It is the first quarter, so you got time to come back, but time's only what you make of it. You cannot keep throwing interceptions. My man's got the same amount of interceptions as he has completions right now. That is unacceptable right now. That's going to hurt. It doesn't matter how good your team is. That will hurt you every time. Let's see. Mike says, was Watkins talking trash? Let's see. Carmichael says, I hate being in the same division as Burrow. Let's see. Mike says they do need Lamar. They do need Lamar. I mean, no doubt about that. The question is that everybody's been talking about for Lamar Jackson. If he had his money, if they paid him, would he be out there? Now, I can't speak to the man injury, and I truly do feel that he's not 100%. But I do know this: many players do go out there and play at less than 100%. But those players, they have those, that insurance that their contract's going to take care of them. When you don't have that insurance, that's tough. That's tough. I can't tell another man what to do with that. I just can't. But they do need him. It's evident. Let's see. Carmichael says, you really hope Lamar leaves the Ravens? Let's see. O says, it goes Tom Brady, Mahomes, Burrow. Then you can argue about the rest. Let's see. O says, Lamar more than likely getting tagged and traded. Meanwhile here, Chargers here about to do the kickoff there. Wynn must have knocked that over. Let's see. Carmichael says Brady has had a mid-season. I do feel like Lamar Jackson, he's just going to get tagged and stuff like that, and it's going to just be something that drags out, I feel like. He's just going to play under the tag when it's all said and done, because anybody that acquires him, I feel like other than the Jets make sense there. They should have the money. They're desperate for a star at the position, so the Jets, I can see that happening. If it's not the Jets, who's going to change their entire playbook, though, and pay him that kind of money and stuff like that he wants to make? Meanwhile, the Jags here is going to take it to about the 34-yard line. I mean, don't get me wrong. Lamar, straight out baller, but you bring him in, you're changing everything that you do as a scheme, different coordinators. There's a lot of change you got to do to bring in someone like Lamar, and the kind of money you're going to have to invest and pay him that he wants to make. I was thinking the other day, like, who are some teams that can do that will do it? And the Jets are the only team right now that really come to mind if Baltimore decides that they, don't want to do it. Let's see. Mike says just get Lamar out of AFC. Meanwhile, we do have a penalty here. Let's see. Oh, it says your list is for who the best quarterbacks in the playoffs. Okay, bet. Let's see. Carmichael says 3 quarterbacks are Pat Mahomes, Burrow. You said totally Sam Darnold. Let's see. Mike says Lamar knows that the Ravens don't pay the quarterback $250 million. Many other teams will. Let's see. Carmichael says the Jets or Panthers, JB, they would change. You know what? The Panthers do need to change there, but if you're Lamar, do you really want to go to Carolina there? All right, but here we go to the shotgun. Lawrence takes a snap. Quick pass there to the receiver. It's caught by Jones, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play, 3, 4 yards. We got second down coming up. 28 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. So far, it's been all Chargers. They lead this one 17-0. Let's see. O says, I think the Panthers would be a team. They can bring in Brian Flores. Let's see. Mike says, get Lamar to Green Bay. Get him to Green Bay. All right, so that's the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, Chargers lead this one 17-0. Let's see. Carmichael says, well, they better receive. I'm sorry, they have better receivers than the Ravens, DJ Moore, and so that is true. That is true. But offensive line wise, you got to have an offensive line. I mean, but if I'm Lamar, though, I definitely would target the Jets first. But hey, I mean, Carolina, that is a good option, a good potential option. And right now, you just need suitors that can actually afford to pay that kind of money and change their system. But yeah, Carolina do have good receivers. They just suffer from the quarterback play. That's really been the issue there for the last couple of years over there. So they need a quarterback for sure. But if you're Baltimore, if you move on from Lamar Jackson, then you also may want to switch your scheme again and stuff like that. And right now, you just got the players and personnel. It's just easier if those two try to make this work out. And let's see, Carmichael says, how about the Raiders if they don't get Brady? Can the Raiders, like, I don't know where they stand in terms of salary cap, but to get Lamar what he needs and stuff like that, the Raiders need to improve upon that defense. Would they have money left over to do that? And I don't think Devontae Adams wants to catch a pass from Lamar Jackson. I mean, because Lamar's tendency to run and stuff like that, you saw the frustration with Brown when he was down there. Even though they were best friends, he still wanted to leave and go somewhere else. So, I don't know. Let's see. Old says, JB, if Tua can't go or play, do the Dolphins go all out on Lamar? I mean, honestly, I mean, if Tua can't play, there are some other quarterbacks you can go to in terms of, I mean, why not Jimmy G? He knows the system and stuff like that, and you know what you're getting with Jimmy. He's solid. It may not be the big splash and stuff like that, but if you're the Dolphins, if Tua can't go, or even if Tua can go, I still would look to bring in Jimmy Garoppolo, someone who knows the system, that's a veteran, that's a starter in this league. That's an option. You could go Derek Carr also, if not Tom Brady. So those are some options there before you get to the point of Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson in that system there, we know him as a runner. That's why he's Lamar Jackson, because he runs. But you got guys like Tyreek. You got guys. I mean, you got your team will have the speed, but can he throw those passes consistently to all of those weapons to where they're happy? I don't know. Tyreek left Kansas City because he wasn't happy, allegedly, with the targets that he was getting from Patrick Mahomes. Can Lamar outdo that? I doubt it. I doubt it. All right, but here we go. 2nd and 6. Gives the ball here to Travis Etienne, and he's going to take on a defender. Picks up about 3 yards in the play. Oh, it says Lamar to the Lions. Now that would be a splash, but certainly not the route they need to go. Carmichael says, has CJ Stroud declared for the draft yet? Carmichael, he is actually not declared yet for the draft, and I've been reading some stuff that CJ Stroud is considering possibly coming back to Ohio State. Now, as a fan, I would love that, but personally, if you can go make that money, go make that money. Ohio State, we're going to be just fine, but go make that money. You won't have Marvin Harrison Jr. coming back with you and stuff like that, I believe. So go make that money. Meanwhile, Trevor Lawrence, he gets sacked. Sacked on the play. Pass rush just too much for him. 4th down coming up, and the Jaguars will have to punt the ball. This offense right now is just no signs of life right now. I mean, the first, like the second drive of the game, they showed some life, but then Trevor turned it over, and right now the offense just cannot kick it into gear. But yeah, I mean, if I'm advising CJ Stroud, I'm telling him, look, just go ahead, go to the draft. Meanwhile, punts on the way. Goes out of bounds from their own 38-yard line. Let's see. Old says CJ Stroud should go into the draft either way. He'll be the number 2 quarterback. And so, yes, I fully agree because the last thing I want is for the kid to come back and then, he gets injured or something like that. He's proven enough. He's done enough, at Ohio State. I get it. He wants to come back win a championship. And I appreciate that about the kid. I do. But go make that money. It's an opportunity and stuff like that. Go make the money. That's why you play the game. That's why you play the game. And so, Rock, what's good with you? What's good with you? Meanwhile, Herbert up under center from his own 38-yard line. Takes it. Play fake. Looking. Throws it short. Caught by the tight end. And Perham doesn't take it. Picks up about 2 yards on the play before he shoved out of bounds. And so now we got 2nd and 8 coming up from the Chargers 40-yard line. But yeah, I appreciate that. You say the best play-to-play commentator on YouTube. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. And let's see. Old says Broderick Jones or Paris Johnson Jr. In terms of who the Patriots would draft, personally, I would love to see us pick up a big-time receiver like a Marvin Harrison Jr. if he's available, which I doubt he will be at that point, but I'd love to see that happen. Marvin Harrison Jr. to the pass is who I'm hoping for, but if not that, then definitely go offensive line because we desperately need offensive line more than anything. Meanwhile, gives it to the back off the right side, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. Now we got 3rd and 5 coming up. Again, the Chargers lead right now 17-0, but we're still here. 2nd quarter, 12 minutes and 40 seconds to go. And I don't know what Trevor Lawrence needs right now to get this guy going, but he's 4 of 13 right now, 30 yards, 3 interceptions. Now we've got an injury right now, and it looks like Everett is down to tight end Everett right now, so I hope that he's okay. Medical staff is looking at him. But right now the Chargers are faced with 3rd down. All right, let's see. Carmichael says, no, the Steelers need offensive line, but I can't help to look at Joey Porter Jr. And so I get it. I mean, sometimes, honestly, I feel like my approach is if you have a star that if you draft this guy, he's going to be a star and it's in the draft and stuff like that, you go ahead and draft that star. I feel like free agency is better for picking up needs and stuff like that because teams' needs, they change, each and every year. But if you can get a star and stuff like that, that's someone that's going to impact your franchise for 10 plus years. What you need year 1 won't be the same as year 5, but you get you a star that's going to come in there and be a starter and stuff like that, then hey, that's what you need. That's what you need. Absolutely. But here we go for the Chargers here. 3rd and 5. They throw the ball, and so Herbert throws it, and it's completed. And that's going to take them back into Jacksonville territory at the Jaguars 45-yard line. Let's see. Marty says, hi, it's Marley. Let's see. Mike says, OG rooting Bills. Let's see. Old says he doesn't come out until next year's draft. And so let's see. Mike says, nope. Let's see. Okay, so he's in the 2024 draft. Okay, bet. Well, definitely got my eyes on him then. Let's see. Mike says Panthers offensive line very good now. Let's see. Mike says free agency gets you into trouble. Build a core players. All right, here we go. Herbert up under center here. One back in the backfield. Takes the snap. Play fake. Steps up. And he's going to be sacked on the play by Josh Allen for the Jaguars. And that's right. You heard me right. Josh Allen for the Jaguars. Him and Walker, they cause a lot of havoc in that backfield when they know that the pass is coming. And they need something positive right now to try to slow down this Chargers team. All right, here we go to the shotgun. Takes a snap, gives it to the back, and Eckler fighting forward is going to pick up about a good 5 yards on the play. Now we've got 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 11. Again, here in the 2nd quarter with 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Chargers up 17-0 and trying to add to that. Let's see, Carmichael says, our draft, Jordan Addison, that's right, I forgot about him. He already has played with Kenny Pickett before, and it worked out for Burrow and Chase. And so, yeah, NFL teams have convinced me. You pair a star receiver with a quarterback you used to play with, and it always works out. All right, but here we go, 3rd and 11. Herbert looking, throws it over the middle, completed, gets the first down. That's a big third down conversion right there for the Chargers. And of course, Keenan Allen there. And you guys, right now, 3 votes for Keenan Allen, 2 for Mike Evans there on the poll. But what a big time play. 23 yards to take them to the 23-yard line. And that's a veteran receiver, knowing where that first down marker is, finding a hole in the coverage, sitting there, showing his numbers to the quarterback, and getting that first down. Let's see. O says, if I'm the Bears, I'm trading the number 1 pick. Let's see. Mike says Chargers got good at the end, I guess. Takes a snap, gives it to the back, and so the back going to pick up, still fighting, picks up about 2-3 yards on the play. Let's see. O says, you know what? It's going to work out well. Mac Jones to D-Hop. And so we need that for sure. Yes, I'm 1,000% hoping that happens. Oh, I am really hoping that happens because that's honestly what he needs. He has shown what he can do at the college level. I know it's college and stuff like that, but he played with a lot of great players in college, so we have to surround him with great players, and he will elevate his game. Now, he's still got to mature on some things, but he's young. Give him time. Meanwhile, Herbert, quick pass there to the receiver, shaked away from one guy there, but the second guy brought him down at the 8-yard line. So 8 yards away from the end zone here. Chargers team that's already up 17-0 right now, and this train just keeps on moving. Let's see. Carmichael says, I think the Steelers should let Devin Bush go. He hasn't played like a top 10 pick where we drafted him. And so, yeah, sometimes you got to know when to cut ties. All right, here we go. First and goal. 8 yards away. Shotgun formation here for the Chargers. Herbert gets the snap, gives to Austin Eckler. But they stop the play. We got a false start here, and it's the rookie out of Boston College, Zion Johnson. That's the penalty he's going to be against. Again, here in the second quarter, 8 minutes and 21 seconds left to go. And so far in this drive, 8 plays, 49 yards, 5 minutes and 20 seconds in terms of time of possession so far on this drive. And this just keeps on moving right now. But 8 yards away from the end zone. Let's see if they get it. Receiver goes in motion. Herbert's up under center. Takes a snap. Play fake. Throws it over the middle. And, incomplete. Almost picked off. If you're the Jaguars, that's a play you have to make. The ball was tipped, and then Williams had 2 hands on it, couldn't reel it in. You're not going to get too many opportunities like that. And so, but excellent coverage there by the Jaguars. So now, let's see what happens. Second down coming up here. 2nd and 8. Shotgun again. Takes a snap. Jaguars sending 4. Throw to Austin Eckler out the back. And he's going to pick up a couple yards here. Picks up about 4 yards. I'm sorry. Now it's 3rd and goal here from the 9-yard line. 7 minutes and 44 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Chargers up 17-0. Looking to add to that. All right, let's see. Oh, it says, JB, someone really just said trade Mac Jones and bring in Basic Baker. I couldn't even finish the sentence. Couldn't even finish the sentence. Here we go. 3rd goal. Out of the shotgun. Herbert gets the snap. Looking. Throws it. It's caught by Everett. And Everett, wow, what a touchdown for the Chargers again. 23-0 right now with the PAT attempt coming up here. 11 plays, 62 yards, over 6 minutes and 24 seconds in terms of time of possession off the clock. They are snatching the soul right now of the Jaguars. And the Jaguars, they're not fighting back. They're not fighting back. Wow, look at this. All right, extra point is up. Extra point is good. So 24-0 right now, the Chargers over the Jaguars. And man, Trevor Lawrence and company, they have their work cut out for them here. But so far, Justin Herbert and the crew, they came ready to play today. 24 nothing here, and still plenty of time to go. Let's see. Old says in a Facebook in a page. I'm sorry, in a Facebook Patriots group that you're in, and so I don't get it at all. I really don't get it at all. We see it all the time. I mean, but Mac Jones has shown enough to where you know he's a bright young man. He just needs talent. I mean, you look at the roster, the offensive line was not that good, and the receiving core was average at best, and that's being nice. Without a true number one, I mean, you're limited. You're limited. Look at the other quarterbacks that have success in the league. Kirk Cousins, they gave him Justin Jefferson, and he's got Adam Thielen and all like that. Plus Dalvin Cook in the backfield, so he's got a lot of help to help him. Jalen Hurts, they went out there and got AJ Brown and stuff like that. And plus, I mean, all these guys, they got weapons. Without weapons, you can only do but so much. You know, you can only do but so much. And let's see. Mike says this is not good for my Jaguars. Marley says hi, it's Marley. Let's see. Mike says this is because they are not utilizing Dan Arnold. I almost forgot Dan Arnold was there. Mike says poll question: are you more likely to watch XFL, USFL, or neither? And so, all right, let me put that poll question up there. All right. All right, let me see. All right, so the poll question here, courtesy of Mike's request. Which are you most likely to watch this year? XFL, USFL, or neither? All right, so we got one for the USFL. I am looking forward to the USFL, but of course, I am curious about the XFL also. All right, so here we go. Kickoff here on the way. Again, the Chargers up 24-0 here in the second quarter with 7 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Jaguars here returning it from the 10, the 15, 20, still running 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and he goes out of bounds around midfield. What a play by Askew, and the Jaguars desperately needed something like that to happen. Let's see, Mike says XFL stole some talent from USFL. But so far in this one, I got to give it to the coverage here for the Chargers. I mean, they're playing aggressive coverage. They are going for the ball. And when the ball's in the air, they feel like it's their football. Let's see. Mike says UFL players substantiate Ray's answer IR security. I'm sorry, insecurity. All right, but here we go for the Jags. Fakes it to the back. Lawrence over the middle. And incomplete, right? That's incomplete. That's incomplete. But man, I mean, the receiver got hit on that play. You don't get to see that many hits happen like that without a penalty. So nice job by the secondary. Now look at that. Kirk get it. Excellent job to knock the ball out. Textbook how you draw it up in terms of hitting the receiver there. Incomplete. Let's see. Old says, how Mac Wilson been tweeting? I think he might be gone. And so, oh man, I haven't seen that, but man. All right, but here we go. 2nd and 10. Ball right now at midfield thanks to the great kick return. Lawrence gets the snap, looking, throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. No penalty. 3rd down coming up. And right now, Trevor Lawrence is he's just trying to do too much right now. He's feeling the pressure of a playoff game right now, and it's a lot. It's a lot. Let's see, Mike says that was holding bad. Mike says Marvin Jones about to heat up. Let's see. Mike says Jimmy G taking over the in the no no we no 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 Mike no 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 no. Jimmy G is not coming back to the Patriots. Sorry, that is not happening. Meanwhile, Trevor Lawrence throws it over the middle again, and was it picked off? Is it incomplete? Ooh, intercepted! Another interception! Wow. Mike says hot garbage Lawrence. Oh, it says Trevor looks like Zach or Sam seeing ghosts. I mean, let's see the replay here and make sure it was oh, it was an interception. Wow. Look at that. Asante Samuel Jr., like father, like son. Wow. What a game he's having and in the playoffs, too. But man, Trevor Lawrence, 4 interceptions, and we're still in the first half. I mean, my good, he's making the game that Peterman had and all like that, and that EJ Manuel had back in the day. He's making that look like nothing compared to this. I mean, wow. The kid he's lost his composure. There's no other way to put it. He's lost his composure. Let's see. Mike says, I mean, before Peterman ability activated. The record for the most interceptions in a playoff game. Let's look that one up, Braden. Let's see. All right, so the most interceptions thrown in a playoff game, let's see. The number is 6, and the first 3 are Brett Favre, Norman Brocklin, and Bobby Lane. So, wow. But Brett Favre is on that list multiple times. Wow. Let's see. Braden says CJ Beathard time, and so, oh, good old CJ Beathard, please. Let's see. O says time to bench Trevor. I mean, is it me? 80s. What's good with you? What's good with you? 80 says the only blowouts I like to see are the Pats, Ohio State, and the Lakers. And so, well, unfortunately, 80s, you're not going to see either of those. So this is what you get. But man, is it me? I mean, back-to-back streams potentially with a nasty blowout here. I mean, wow. Let's see. Mike says, man, disappointing. Then he says 80s, and he says Eagles are fire. 80 says, hey, Mike. Let's see. Old says, Chargers Dabs should be happy it's not the Super Bowl because if he's like his father, they would have been drop picks. And so, oh, man. Oh, man. You didn't have to do that one. Oh, you didn't have to do that one. You didn't have to do that. Let's see. Braden says, of course, Brett Favre is on that list. It wouldn't be a list if Brett Favre throwing interceptions in the playoffs didn't happen. Let's see. 80 says, I was hoping for good games today. And so, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I thought we were going to get one early on, in the first half of the 49ers and Seahawks. But 49ers had different plans in the second half. But here we go. Herbert up under center. Gives it to the back off the left side. And so Eckler gets back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see. Mike says, are Bills ready for Skylar Thompson and for Michael G. Gannon? And so, of course, Mike. Of course. But, yeah, it's going to get nasty. It's going to get real nasty in that game. Real nasty. Let's see. Mike says not going to get it, 80s. But look at that. 4 interceptions. But here we go. Herbert and company trying to capitalize off that last interception. Dumps it down to the back. Kelly picks up about 4 yards in the play. Now we got third down coming up here. 3rd and 6 right now. Here in the second quarter with 6 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Ooh, we've got a player currently down right now for the Chargers. And looks like he was holding his knee. Meanwhile, we got third down coming up. Let's see. O says, JB, don't get me going on the bum. Easiest pick ever. And, of course, he dropped it. And so, yes, we all have moments like that that just scar us forever. For me, it was Rashae Cardwell that year that he dropped that wide open pass. That was a quick and simple, easy pitch and catch. Right through the numbers. Wide-eyed and everything. Just dropped it. Just dropped it. And so, but again, right now we are currently at the commercial here. Now's the time, good time to go over the stats though. So far in this one for the Chargers, Justin Herbert, he is 14 of 20 for 130 yards, one touchdown, no interceptions, sacked just once. And for the Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence, 4 of 16 for 30 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. Trevor Lawrence is throwing as if he was Martin Lawrence out there, honestly. I mean, it's bad. It's just bad. Meanwhile, for the Chargers on the ground, Austin Eckler, 7 carries for 34 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Meanwhile, Joshua Kelly, he's got 4 carries for 9 yards also in this one. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, Travis Etienne, in the first quarter, I feel like Travis was doing a good job on the ground, but they got away from it. Just 6 carries for 29 yards. And now the Jaguars, they're down 24-0. Chargers got the football right now, facing 3rd and 6 right now. And so, wow. All right, let's see. Mike says, "Oh, you gonna watch the XFL?" Mike says, "Philadelphia star quarterback went to XFL." And let's see. Ode says, "Yeah, see if it's gonna be good or bad again." And so, yeah, definitely, I'm gonna be paying attention to both leagues for sure and stuff like that. But for a fact, the USFL will be streamed and stuff like that. But I may dabble into the XFL. Just depends on how their season goes, honestly. And let's see. Mike says to Gina, let's see. Let's see. 80 says, "JB, is Braden calling the tie?" And so I don't think that Braden's calling the tie. I don't think Braden likes ties, so I don't think he's calling the tie. All right, so it's good news that 68 in the offensive line for the Chargers. He is walking off on his own. That is great news right there. So we got 3rd down coming up. They take the snap here. Jaguars send in pressure. Herbert throws it and it's completed, but he's going to take it to the 40-yard line. So he's 2 yards shy of the first down. And that was Parham Jr. with the reception. 4th and 2 coming up right now from the Chargers 40-yard line. Let's see. Mike says, "JB Nation, we root Birmingham." That's right. We do root Birmingham. That is a fact when it comes to USFL. All right, so here we go. Punt on the way. Let's see if we get a return. And, oh, he touched the ball. He touched the ball. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Someone put the commissioner on the line right now. We're going to insert a running clock at this point here. I mean, it's the playoffs, and you're at home. How is this happening? Wow, this game, you know what? This would happen from the representative of the AFC South, the way their division has been this year. This is just, wow. But let's see what happened here. Ball went off his helmet. That is so symbolic of the way that this game has been going. Are you serious right now? Wow. And this is the game that I was so certain would be the closest of all the games this week. I mean, wow. Let's see. Eddie says, "JB Nation, we need more members. Let's go." He's right about that. We can use more members for sure. And let's see. Eddie says, "Philadelphia Stars." Let's see. Ode says, "If you haven't already, don't forget to press that like button." But here we go. They snap the ball. Give it to Eckler. Eckler picks up about a yard on the carry. They turned him around and everything. Picked up a yard. 2nd down coming up here. 5 minutes left to go here before the half. Chargers up 24-0. And they're 5 yards away from scoring another touchdown. Let's see. Old says, "Dougie P is going crazy right now." Let's see. Braden says, "JB, can you end the stream? We wouldn't blame you." And so I cannot do it. For that one person who wants to see this game all the way through, this is for that person. All right, here we go. 2nd quarter, though. 4 minutes and 38 seconds left to go. Snaps the ball. Herbert on the move. Throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. 3rd down coming up. And let's see. 80 says, "Braden, LOL." I just can't do it to you guys. You know, I can't do it. This is our time. Let's see. Braden says, "I'm seeing deja vu from Monday night's game." Yes, absolutely. I mean, is it something that I said, to make it to where the last couple streams that I stream have just been nasty blowouts? Because I'm getting concerned about tomorrow's game with Baltimore, not having Lamar Jackson. I'm getting highly concerned about that game now. But here we go, third and goal here. Carter goes in motion, gets the snap. Herbert looking, throws it, and the dude was wide open. Allen was wide open. It's incomplete, and I'm not going to make a big deal because, I mean, for the sake of the stream here, that touchdown would have been bad, but man. Let's see, Braden says, by the way, I'm not calling JBOT. Let's see, Ode says, not when the Chargers put their backups in. And let's see, 80 says, JB is a jinx. Yeah, he was wide open, though, wide open. But I guess you don't get them all. 23-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up, and Dicker the kicker converts. 27-0 here in the second quarter with 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Trevor Lawrence is on the verge of something historic here. He's thrown 4 interceptions. Will he exceed 6 before it's all said and done? That is the real question. And he might do it before the half. Heck, he might at least tie it by halftime. And let's see, 80 says, JB, what about Lamar Jackson going to Atlanta? I threw it out. I did think about that earlier. I really, really did. But financially, I don't think that Arthur Blank would open up the checkbook to give the guaranteed money that Lamar Jackson would want to make that happen. But I think Lamar Jackson to the Jets, if I'm Lamar Jackson, that's where I'm trying to go, to the Jets and stuff like that. That'd be a great opportunity for him. They will splurge financially for him. Carolina is an option in which, the JB Nation did bring to my attention earlier. But Atlanta, I mean, I don't think that their pockets are going to want to run that deep. But I thought it'd be a good fit, a huge upgrade for Marcus Mariota. And heck, they already don't like throwing the ball to Kyle Pitts. So you won't have to change that too much. And let's see, 80 says, in the dome, he would rule. And so, yes, absolutely, yes. And so, I mean, heck, why not go to the place that, brought the emergence of Mike Vick, right? Why not? But I personally will love it, but I put it in my top 3 scenarios. I'll put it that way. I'll put it in my top 3, and I put it at number 3 and stuff like that. So, but I would love it. I would be ecstatic. Like, I probably would get a Lamar Jackson Falcon jersey if that happened. I probably would get a Lamar Jackson Falcon jersey. All right, well, let's see. This poll right here is at 80% in favor of the USFL. I will ask you this, 80s or anybody else that happens to know this. I haven't been paying too much attention to Syracuse in terms of college basketball. How has Syracuse been looking this year in college basketball? All right, but again, we're here in the second quarter with 4 minutes and 25 seconds left to go here before the half. Chargers up 27-0. Kickoff on the way. Let's see if we get another good return here by the Jags. They're not going to give them the opportunity, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 28-yard line of the Jags, and they're trailing 27-0. Let's see, Old says, if I'm the 49ers, I'm Picks and Trey Lance for Lamar. And so, I mean, I really like the kid Brock Purdy. I really, really do. And so I would see with a team like Indianapolis what they would value a guy like Trey Lance and stuff like that, and maybe even possibly trade him and stuff like that, depending on how deep of a run the 49ers make and stuff like that. But Lamar to the Niners, though, that would be insane, insane, insane. All right, but here we go. First and 10 here for the Jags. They take the snap, gives it to the back, Travis Etienne, trying to bounce it outside, cuts up, picks up about 3 yards on the play. Second down coming up. Let's see. Mike says the Jags are a joke. Mike says was watching Let's see, Syracuse at Buffalo Wild Wings, and so what's their record looking like so far this year? Are they ranked? Meanwhile, they take the snap out of the shotgun, throws it quickly, and it's going to be caught by the receiver. He's going to be about a yard shy of the first, a yard or two. Third down coming up, third and short. Again, 3 minutes and 47 seconds to go here before the half. Let's see, Mike says Niners want Brady. More like Brady wants the Niners. The Niners do not want Tom Brady. All right, but third and two. Lawrence out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Chargers sending four. Throws it, and it's incomplete. It's incomplete, y'all. I hate to say this. I never wish this on anybody because I never even want to say this on anybody, but Trevor Lawrence, he has caught the last year Baker Mayfield. I mean, he's out here. Look at this pass. Look at this pass. I mean, look at it. It's textbook. Like, this is backyard football. This is like pee-wee football. They can make this pass here. What's going on here? The kid is spooked. Punts on the way. Fair catch symbol and caught at the 17-yard line. And it's contagious, man. It is contagious. Mike says Lawrence stinks. I mean, this is the guy that they said was the best draft prospect since at the quarterback position since probably Andrew Luck and stuff like that. Now, he's still young and he's still going to be good, but I feel like this system is built for him and he'll continue to grow. But man, this is not a good look for your first playoff game. But what can I say? I once witnessed Peyton Manning lose in a playoff game. I think his first playoff game was it to the Jets, like 41-0. If it wasn't his first, then it was one of his first couple ones. He lost to the Jets 41-0. And so pass right there by Herbert. Incomplete. Ball tipped once again. Let's see. Braden says, wow, JB just called Trevor Lawrence Baker Mayfield. At least for this game. At least for this game. I'm sorry. For this game. But look at that. Jags are getting up there, deflecting the ball here, but they're down 27-0 here. Second down coming up. Second and 10. Shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Throws it over the middle, and that's going to be completed. And let's see where they mark it at. Will it be a first, or will Keenan Allen be just shy? Looks like he's just shy. Third and 1 coming up. Let's see. Braden says Andrew Luck lost his first playoff game too. Let's see. Mike says Lawrence play is disrespectful to all the players who have played before. Mike said he's offended. Let's see. Braden says, but he didn't throw 4 picks. Let's not forget, it's just the first half. It's just the first half. We got a whole second half to go. Trying to draw him off sides there. Oh, look at that. Off his shoulders there. Luckily for the Chargers, they recovered their own fumble, but that was a big mistake. And that time, I mean, look at the way he stuck his shoulder out there. I mean, he clearly was not expecting the football there, so that must not have been the design play. He probably was supposed to just go through and pretend, but I mean, he clearly was not expecting the ball. But that's going to bring up fourth down. But let's see, we are at the 2-minute warning though. So 2-minute warning, and the Chargers up 27-0, but they will punt the ball to the Jaguars when we come back from the commercial. Let's see, Mike says the NFL is now weaker because of his play. I mean, that just goes down to the AFC South. Coming into the season, Tennessee, I mean, when Tannehill went down, Tennessee went out like a fire that somebody just blew out a candle and stuff like that. Like, they were just no more. And then Indianapolis was they just never lived up to the hype that we had coming into the season. I mean, it was just colossal bad. So when those two teams was bad and Houston is just Houston, so someone had to go. Someone had to go to the playoffs. And we got this right now. Hopefully the Jaguars can get a touchdown or two over the next quarter and at least make it look, closer. But man, this is bad. All right, but yeah, we got 2 minutes before we get to halftime of this one. Not the first half I anticipated. All right, but still right now, currently at the commercial. Yeah, halftime. I mean, you may just have to make a switch or something. Save the kid from himself at this point. All right, punts on the way. Don't tell me this is gonna. I thought it looked like the ball was going to touch another Jaguars player. They need to get this together. What is going on? Mike says absolutely shook. Yeah, at this point here, this is just. All right, but it's an opportunity here to see if the Jaguars can get some positive momentum here before the half. You're going to be trailing either way here. You're down 27-0. It was a flat-out ugly first half, but you got great field position right now, already in Chargers territory. Let's see what they do. They snap the ball, get it quickly to Travis Etienne. You just want to get him in space, and he's going to take it to about the 35-yard line of the Chargers here. A minute 40 left to go here in the second quarter. And again, these Jags here, they want to score a touchdown here before the half. Let's see if they can. They're hurrying up to the line here. Shotgun again. Takes the snap. Lawrence looking. Throws it. And it's going to be incomplete. Incomplete. And these defensive backs, they are playing extremely aggressive today. They are in the head of these receivers at this point. Braden says if they can get a touchdown before halftime, they still got a 1% chance at winning. And so, Georgia Roots, what's good with you? What's good with you? You say, let's go, Jags. How are you doing? But again, 2nd and 10 here. Timeout called here by the Jags. First timeout. And again, it's the Chargers. That's up 27-0 here. And again, this secondary for the Chargers, they are playing aggressive and they are playing with confidence out there. I mean, they're up in the receiver's face because it's very clear the referees are letting them be more aggressive than I'm used to seeing officials allow defensive backs to be. So the Chargers are coming out there, jamming them, sticking with them, and they are jumping routes. Let's see. Braden says Asante Samuel Jr. setting records. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Jaguars in the shotgun here. Etienne goes in motion. They're going to throw it to him out of the backfield. And he's going to pick up about 5-6 yards on the play. Third down coming up. A minute and 14 seconds left to go here before the half. Again, Jags trying to get some points here, but they're going to be faced with a third down. Can they convert here on third down? Third downs have not been their specialty so far today. But we got 3rd and 5 with a minute left to go before the half. Takes the snap. Chargers send 3. He throws it to Kirk down low, and so Kirk bounces off of one guy there, picked up about 3 yards on the play. And so we've got a timeout again called here by the Jaguars. 48 seconds left to go here, and I feel like the Jaguars honestly feel like they got to go for it right now because they need a touchdown right now. When you're down 27-0, you need a touchdown. And let's see, Georgia Root says, all is well, brother. Enjoying the live stream. Hey, I appreciate that. Hope all is well. Everything is great. I appreciate that and appreciate you. Absolutely. Let's see. All right, so we got 4th and 1 right now. And so Jaguars right now, they're going to roll the dice here. They need a yard to keep this drive going here, but they're thinking touchdown on this drive. Let's see, 4th and 1, shotgun formation. They got Hasty in the backfield. Tight end goes in motion. Take the snap. Lawrence throws it, complete it, and it takes it to about the 14-yard line for the Jags, and that's going to be a first down. That's Marvin Jones with the reception. 35 seconds right now. Again, the Jaguars with just one timeout right now, so they're hurrying up to the line. Got to snap this one. And it may have been the Chargers that called a timeout. Yep, they called a timeout. 30 seconds here. Want to regroup defensively and call their best play to keep the Jaguars out of the end zone. And again, 27 points. The Jaguars are trailing right now. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Lawrence, quick pass to the outside, and Jones with a reception there. Picks up about a good 6 yards on the play. 2nd down coming up. 28 seconds to go here before the half. Again, the Jaguars still have one timeout and stuff like that. And they practically have to go to where time is not the issue here. You're going to be able to get your shots in there, but you got to make them count. Let's see. 80 says, JB, for you and all these younglings in the chat, of this, LeBron James is better than MJ. You are smoking Bill Belichick's son. Meanwhile, pass in the end zone, and we have a touchdown for the Jaguars. They're finally on the board here, and so that has to feel very nice for them. That's a big touchdown in terms of positive momentum and something you can point to as a positive when you're going to the locker room and stuff like that. So finally a touchdown here by Jacksonville, which was much needed for them and much needed for us as well. But yeah, I mean, MJ is the GOAT, no doubt about that. And so, JB, what's good with you? What's good? You say, what's up? How are you doing? Meanwhile, extra point is up and extra point is good. So, Chargers lead this one 27-7, but the Jaguars just scored a touchdown. There's 24 seconds to go here before the half, and so Jacksonville needed that touchdown to get their confidence back. Braden says the Jags still have hope. Mike says they need a tuggle. Let's see. 80 says, sorry, JB, I think I'm drunk. Let's see. Ode says, LeBron isn't even on the level below MJ. Let's see. JB says, how about them Cowboys? And so, hey, them Cowboys, they're going to be ready on Monday. They're going to be ready on Monday. I mean, of all the games remaining, I definitely am looking forward to that game the most between the Cowboys and the Buccaneers. That should be a good one. Should be a good one. Let's see. Ode says, JB, if rumors are true, 49ers will let Mike McGlinchey test free agency. If they are true, Patriots need to be all in. All right. Meanwhile, kickoff is on the way. All right, we're going to get a return here. He's at the 5, the 10, 15, and he slides down at about the 16-yard line there. All right, so 21 seconds to work with, 2 timeouts here. Let's see what the Chargers do here before the half. Let's see. Braden says, I'm young and Michael Jordan is better than LeBron. Let's see, JB says that better. Let's see, Mike says LeBron. And let's see, Mike says 1% as good as Jordan. Braden says, but LeBron James is top five all time. Meanwhile, Herbert takes a knee. All right, so the Chargers are going to take this one to the half, and so leading 27-7 right now over the Jaguars. But the Jaguars scored the final touchdown, and we'll see when we come back in the second half. But it will be the Chargers who will get the football first in the second half. Let's see. Mike says, could Lawrence snap out? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Mike says, if Bills lose, JB will be so pumped. Not really, Mike. Not really. I mean, I have no I guess no beef with Buffalo, honestly. And so if Buffalo wins, I mean, I expect them to beat Miami and stuff like that. I'm actually looking forward to that. I know more Dolphin fans than Bills fans, so I am looking forward to seeing the Dolphins go down. But if the Bills happen to win it, I think that I would actually be happy for Buffalo. Actually, now it'd be different for O because he actually lives down there, so I know that would be different. Let's see. JB says, JB, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? As of right now, my pick for winning the Super Bowl, right now, I am leaning towards. I feel like right now I probably would say Kansas City. I'm gonna say Kansas City and all like that. I know it sounds like JB switching his mind every week, but I think that we'll get a rematch between the Chiefs and the 49ers, and so I'm gonna say Kansas City. Let's see. O says, it's time for the best halftime show, the JB halftime show. Appreciate that. Let's see. Mike says, no mercy for Dolphins. Oh, it says, not me. I hope the Dolphins win. Well, I know that Mike is. I know that Owen is hoping for the Dolphins to beat. I knew that one. But I'm not expecting that to happen. I mean, the kid, Skylar Thompson, I just hope that the Dolphins just keep it a lot more competitive than I'm imagining it's going to be. Because right now, in my head, I think Buffalo wins like 41-17 with the Dolphins scoring late, or either 48-17, something like that, by the goodness of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, that they'll get 17 points and plus the run game. But Skylar Thompson's got to show me something here. And I just haven't seen it so far. I have not seen it so far. They beat the Jets 11-6. Jets got a good defense, but I mean, I'm not expecting too much from Miami offensively in this one, due to the fact that both Trevor Lawrence and Teddy Bridgewater aren't playing. Now, I imagine that Mike Glennon should have been activated by now from the practice squad. Don't know the possibility that maybe he gets a shot or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, I don't have too much high hopes for that game. Let's see, but right now is a good time to go over the stats. So let's look at the stats at halftime. So for the Chargers right now, Justin Herbert, he's 15 of 24 for 139 yards through the air, one touchdown, no interception, sacked one time. And for the Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence, 10 of 24 for 77 yards through the air, one touchdown, but four interceptions, sacked once as well. On the ground for the Chargers as a team, 15 carries, 47 yards, and two rushing touchdowns. Both of those touchdowns came via Austin Eckler, because he's got 8 carries for 35 yards. Joshua Kelly also has 5 carries for 13 yards. And for the Jaguars, Travis Etienne has 8 carries for 37 yards so far in this game. He's also got 1 catch for 12 yards also. And receiving wise for the Chargers, Keenan Allen, 4 catches, 44 yards. He's been targeted 7 times. Gerald Everett, he's got 3 catches for 38 yards and a receiving touchdown for the Chargers. Darnell Parham, he's got your 4 catches, 23 yards. And Carter's got 2 catches for 17 yards also. And for the Jags, Evan Ingram, 3 catches, 32 yards, and a receiving touchdown. Zay Jones, 4 catches for 17 yards. He's been targeted for 8 times so far in this one. But Christian Kirk, nowhere to be found right now. I mean, 1 catch for 4 yards. And Kirk is someone for the Jaguars that when he goes off, Trevor Lawrence has a tremendous day. Him and Jones. But right now, one catch for 4 yards. He's been targeted 6 times, so that tells me Kirk just is not. I mean, a couple times he's been open. It's just a lot of things gone wrong in the first half, honestly. Let's see. JB says he's a huge Cowboys fan, so you think the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl? Let's see. Mike says when the Bills won last week, I say to TV, take that old in your face. Mike says you don't use Dan Arnold, you lose JB. 80s is getting refills. Bet, bet, bet. Bet, bet, bet. But now is a good time to take a closer look at some of the upcoming games that's coming up. Obviously, tomorrow we'll start with those games. So, who do you guys like between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills? I have to ask that question. But who do you like between the Bills and the Dolphins there? And what do you think the final score is going to be in that matchup? Obviously, we mentioned for Miami, no Tua. If Tua was playing, it would be a much, much, much better game and different scenario. But he's not playing. In fact, Teddy Bridgewater's not playing also. So now you're down to third string, 7th-round draft pick, Skylar Thompson. And he's looked the part of a 7th-round draft pick so far. Can Miami defense slow down Buffalo? That's the only hope that they're going to have. They're going to need special teams to be good. They're going to need to slow down Buffalo, but Buffalo will play inspired and stuff like that. So I got the Bills steamrolling them 48-17 and stuff like that, but we'll see what happens. Let's see. Mike says LeBron say Purdy got game. O says Dolphins, let's go. I need you guys to win. Let's see. Mike says no O. Let's see. Braden says you got the Bills winning 35-17. Okay, okay. 35-17. All right, let's see. Anybody else got a score? Again, my score is Bills winning 48-17. And it did help that DeMar Hamlin was able to visit the team today. So you know that's extra inspiration, whether it's special teams, whether it's defense, whether it's offense. I expect Buffalo to go out there and have this game over by halftime. Let's see. Old says Dolphins need to run to Buffalo and keep Josh off the field. And so, I mean, that would change things there. I'm sure that's probably what they're going to attempt to do is to try to run the ball. You know, they've got the backs to do it. So, why not? Why not? And let's see, Mike says, oh, Hamlin met with the team. They're going to be lit. You already know. You already know. Absolutely. So, yes, Bills will be extra inspired. I promise that much. Let's see. Old says he got Bills 50-14. He says he needs the Dolphins to win, but he said if he's being real, though, Bills 50-14. All right, so the second game we've got up here. So, all right, so this is the game that does intrigue me. The Giants on the road against the Minnesota Vikings. What are you guys thinking about that one? As of all the games tomorrow, that's the game I'm looking forward to the most. You've got the Giants on the road at the Minnesota Vikings, but Kirk Cousins in the playoffs here. I mean, will we get a Minnesota miracle? Will we get the catch 2.0 from Justin Jefferson? Or will the Giants, you know, when they get in the playoffs as a wild card, I mean, they have a bit of a history there. So what are you guys expecting in that matchup? I got the Vikings winning that one, but I think the Vikings will win. I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be a close one. But I'm gonna say the Vikings win that one. I'm gonna say Vikings win that one 27-21. 27-21 over the Giants. Maybe even 30-21 or something like that. But I'm gonna say 27-21. Let's see. Mike says Jack Collinsworth announcing it not nepotism, not absolutely. But yeah, so I got the Vikings winning that one. But you guys let me know what you think and the score you guys have also. Let's see. Braden says Giants win 23-20. Not biased at all. 23-20. I can see that, Braden. I can see that. You're going to be fully cheering on them Giants. I can see it. I mean, I give the Giants a chance, though. I do give them a chance. But if Justin Jefferson goes out there and beat Justin Jefferson, which I'm expecting, then I got the Vikings to go out there and win. Let's see. Old says, oh, I know how that scenario is going to be. 23-21 with a game losing field goal. I'm sorry, you say with JJ snagging the last second touchdown. Okay, so you just want them to break the Giants' heart. We know that. But hey, that would be an epic finish, though. That really would be an epic finish, though. I am rooting for the Vikings to win that one. Absolutely. And so, Jay, what's good with you? What's good with you? How are you doing? Let's see. JV says Cowboys need Giants to win. Let's see. Jay says just tuning in. What in the world happened to the Jags? And so, well, Jay, I thought it was my streams, honestly, because lately we've been getting a lot of blowouts there. But really, I mean, Trevor was just spooked. That's all it was. But I feel like in the second half, at least I'm hoping that that last touchdown gave the Jaguars some confidence to where they can go out there and be a lot more competent. But first half was a nightmare. My man's trying to break the record out there for interceptions thrown, and he's got a good start with 4 picks out there. Absolutely insane. But glad to have you here. Let's see. Mike says the young rock live on Jabrani's drive. Let's see. JV says watch the Bills get 2 kickoff returns again. And so I don't know about 2, but 1 would be nice. It would be nice. And again, right now we are at halftime right now with the Chargers leading 27-7 right now. We got a whole second half to go. All right, let's see. Braden says 2 out of 3 last 3 times the Giants have won the Super Bowl and broken me and Mr. and JV's heart. LOL. And so, you know what, Braden? That is true, Braden. And you know what, Braden? I am so disappointed and stuff like that because you guys had the opportunity to prevent that from happening before it even got that far. You guys could have did that for us. The disappointment. Let's see. 80 says, JB, where is Lewis? I know he can handle his liquor unlike you and Bill Belichick. And so I have been wondering the same thing. I've been wondering the same thing. I mean, maybe he's been placing too many bets. I don't know. But I'm wondering the same thing. Maybe he's, already out there scouting for his Bears for the first overall pick. Let's see. Braden says, have made the playoffs. I meant to say. Let's see. JB says, maybe next year Pats will make the playoffs. I mean, I certainly feel like there's a strong chance, but the AFC East is getting more and more better by the moment. So it's tough to grab a playoff spot. It really is. But I feel like we will be better. I got to take a look at the schedule, though, and see who all resign, of course, because we need some changes. Let's see. Mike says second half, Lawrence strikes back. All right, so someone's got a little bit of confidence in Trevor Lawrence. Let's see. Mike says 80s like Knob Creek. Let's see. I tell you what, though, Trevor Lawrence, he may want to avoid Asante Samuels Jr. Maybe hit him with a double move. At some point, you got to set him up for a double move and stuff like that because he's extremely aggressive and he's going to jump these passes. Let's see, Braden says, then we would have beaten you in the Super Bowl. And so I doubt that, Braden. I would have loved to have seen that, though. I doubt that would have happened. We don't have Drew Bledsoe back there quarterbacking at that time. I would have loved to have seen that, though. Would have loved it. Look at that. First player with 4 interceptions in the first half of a postseason game, dating back to 1983. Let's see. Jay says, as a Chiefs fan, I'd be terrified to play the Chargers next week. And so I would not be terrified. Now, I think this is more so the Jaguars making mistakes, if anything else, and stuff like that. This is the same Chargers team that last week got embarrassed for nothing. I mean, you hurt your receiver, Mike Williams, for nothing last week. But I tell you what, they bounced back this week, though. I will say that. They were better prepared for this one. Meanwhile, kickoff on the way. And no return here. So the Chargers will take over the football, already leading this one 27-7. They'll take over from their own 25-yard line and get this second half on the way. And let's see, 80 says, bro, I tackled some Knob Creek back in my day while JB and Braden were drinking out of a juice box. Let's see. JV says, "I can't believe the Titans were 7-3 and finished 7-10, and that's why we are watching this game rather than the Titans versus the Chargers or something like that." But they did fall apart. That goes to show how much Ryan Tannehill means to that team and how Malik Willis was not ready this year for the Titans. But here we go, 1st and 10 out of the shotgun for the Chargers, and they give it to Austin Eckler, and he's met in the backfield. He's going to lose 4 yards here, and that's the way you want to start things if you're the Jaguars, making the Chargers go backwards. Let's see, Braden says, "We did beat you in the Super Bowl. I forgot about that, LOL." And so, give credit where credit is due, but I've got no beef with the Packers. Now, Mr. JB doesn't like the Packers, but I got no beef with the Packers whatsoever. Packers, Bears, Eagles, no beef with them. Just the Giants. But here we go. 2nd and 14, throws over the middle, and it is completed to the tight end there, and that's going to be a pickup of 5 yards on the play. So now we got 3rd and 9 coming up here for the Chargers from their own 26-yard line, but this is a chance for the Jaguars. If you can get a stop here, that's 3 and out, and give your offense an opportunity to go out there and try to score again offensively, because you scored last time you had the football. So Jaguars defense, you got to get a stop here. 3rd and 9. Receiver goes in motion. Takes a snap. I saw him moving on the defensive line, though, but I don't know if he crossed the line. He threw it, and Everett still running. Still running. Takes it all the way to almost midfield. In fact, Jaguars territory at the 49-yard line. There was a penalty, but that's on the Jaguars there. So this play is going to stand. And what a play it was. JB says the 49ers beat the Seahawks pretty bad, 41-23. Yeah, first half was close, but second half the 49ers did 49ers type things. So we got a first down here. Big time play for the Chargers there. So here we go. Chargers already in the Jaguar side of the football field from their 49-yard line. Take the snap out of the shotgun. Quick pass to Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen is going to get the first down before he's pushed out of bounds. Picked up about 11 yards on the play. Let's see. Braden says, "JB, we all know why you have beef with the Giants." We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. There is one person that I think I may dislike in terms of a player more than Eli. I thought about it very long and hard. The one guy that I may dislike more than Eli Manning, it has got to be Michael Strahan. It's got to be. Meanwhile, play fake here for Justin Herbert. On the move, throws it, incomplete. 2nd down coming up here, 2nd and 10. Let's see, JB says, LOL, Braden. All right, 2nd and 10 here. Again, Chargers up 27-7 right now. First offensive drive of the second half. 10 seconds right now on the play clock. Out of the shotgun. Herbert snaps the ball. Jaguars bringing pressure. Herbert throws it, and it is incomplete. Incomplete off the hands of Keenan Allen. 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 10 from the Jaguars' 38-yard line. Let's see. Braden says, interesting. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun. Keenan Allen goes in motion. Jaguars bringing pressure again, but it's a screen, and he overthrew Austin Eckler, so it's incomplete. 4th down coming up. So 4th and 10 coming up here from the Jaguars' 38-yard line. Let's see. Jay says, "What do you think is the best remaining game of the wild card weekend?" I gotta say it is going to be the Cowboys and the Buccaneers, although it could end up being the Giants and the Vikings. But those are my two picks. It's either going to be the Giants and the Vikings, or I think it's going to be the Cowboys and the Buccaneers there Monday night and stuff like that. Brady versus a team and the Cowboys that I believe to be the better team this year. We'll see how it goes. Mr. Clutch versus the team with the better talent. All right, so the Jaguars here will get their first crack at things here in the second half. Trevor Lawrence and company here, first and 10 from their own 11-yard line when we come back from the commercial. I tell you what, though, Jay, it must be a good feeling knowing that your team is just sitting back and just watching because you guys are already in the second round. Let's see, JB says Cowboys better win. Oh man, if they don't win, then I'm gonna have to listen to Stephen A. Smith and company just going off about the Cowboys again. Let's see, Jay says, yes, I am very nervous already. And so I tell you what, though, I mean, obviously this year, being the one seed means you get that bye, so that's always important. But I mean, the whole home field situation thing, that is a different thing. I will say that. That is different than years past, where how the home field advantage is going to work, or lack of a home field advantage, I should say. But tell me this, Jay, from a Chiefs perspective, in the AFC and even the NFC, so any team that is still playing in the playoff, Jay, which team do you think scares you the most in terms of all the remaining teams in the playoffs, or which one would be the biggest threat? Doesn't matter if it has to be in the Super Bowl versus the NFC team. Who's the biggest threat out there to your Kansas City Chiefs in your opinion? Let's see. Mike says Bills request the Chiefs, easy peasy, JV, and so we'll see about that, Mike. We will see about that, cause the great Gabe Davis, he's been looking more like a flat tire as of late. So we'll see about that. All right, let's see. JB says the Bears have number one pick. Who do you think they will pick? And so, honestly, if the Bears retain that pick, I mean, I could see them taking either that defensive lineman, I forget his name, out of Georgia, or either go with that outside linebacker from, I'm sorry, that edge rusher from the out from Alabama, Will Anderson. So those are the two options I feel like for them. But in my opinion, you don't draft another quarterback. But I think they trade the pick. I'm convinced that they will trade the pick. In my mind, 75% sure they're going to end up trading that pick. It just makes too much sense to trade back. You can still be in the first round and stuff like that, but you need linemen and stuff like that. You need more receivers. And considering the fact that you traded your second round pick away for a receiver that gave you basically nothing this year, yeah, you need to go ahead and acquire more draft picks. All right, but here we go. Second and 7 right now. Trevor Lawrence and company takes a snap, throws it. It's completed to Kirk. That's a first down, picked up 12 yards on the play. In the first half, he had just one catch for 4 yards, so it's good to see that they're looking in his direction early here in the third quarter. Down by 20. First down from their own 24-yard line. Let's see. Jay says, honestly, the Bengals scare me the most in the AFC. Burrow reminds me of Brady in terms of just wins no matter what. All right, here we go. Here, first and 10 here out of the shotgun for Trevor Lawrence. Takes a snap, throws it. It's completed, and that's going to be taken to the 31-yard line. So they're 3 yards shy of getting the first down. Second and 3 coming up. Now, it did look like there were some Charger players that was down. Yeah, two Charger players. Okay, one Charger player down. The other one got up. Medical staff looking at him, hoping that he's going to be okay. Let's see. JV says, how do you feel if Tom Brady came back to the Pats There's absolutely zero reason for Tom Brady to come back to the Pats unless he's coming to retire on a 1 day contract. There is no reason for Tom to come back. We've got no offensive line. We got no wide receivers. You got to remember why Tom Brady left the Patriots to begin with. You can say Bill Belichick this, you can say Bill Belichick that. Tom Brady left because Tom Brady knew he didn't have no weapons to throw to at that time when he left. So that's why he went to Tampa Bay and went to a team that had Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and stuff like that. He brought Rob Gronkowski with him and stuff like that. Leonard Fournette joined, all of that stuff, because he wasn't going to get that with us. And he come back this year, I can't guarantee that we'll be able to get him half the stuff that he got right now at Tampa Bay. So unless we somehow, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. It is just not going to happen. So I mean, if he did somehow come back, of course I would welcome him back. But I mean, it's like a relationship. When you move on, you move on. You don't go back to an ex. You just move on. Let's see. Mike says Claypool stink, not good. Jay says Tom could go to Vegas, maybe reunite with Josh McDaniels. I could totally see Vegas being an option there. I really could. Depending on the situation with Tua and stuff like that, with all the concussions he's had and stuff like that, if that was available, I'd see Miami being an option. But certainly I see the Raiders as a strong contender for the services of Tom Brady. I think that's going to happen. Now, New York would love to throw money in Tom's way and just, see if they can convince Tom to go there. I think that they would make a play at him, but Raiders make too much sense. But they still need to get a defense, though. Let's see. Mike says Gronk want back in, but for big money. But again, we are currently right now still at the commercial. JV says, congratulations on getting married. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you. You heard last week. Hey, that's what's up. I appreciate it. All right, so for the Jaguars here, 2nd and 3, take the snap out of the shotgun, and they're going to give it to the back. And thanks to the help of the lineman, he is going to get that first down. Needed 3 yards, picked up 4 yards on the play. Travis Etienne with the carry. All right, but again, here in the third quarter, with 10 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and the Chargers leading 27-7 right now. This is the chance for the Jaguars here to get some much needed points. Let's see if they can make this drive count. They throw it down low. Receiver picks up 5 yards before he shoved out of bounds. 2nd and 5 coming up here. Ball at the Jaguars 40-yard line right now. 2nd and 5. And so 80 says JV mixing domino wings. You know what? Domino's wings sounds really good right now, 80s. You might have just helped me decide what I'm going to eat after this. They sound really good. You say it's not a good idea. All right, here we go. 2nd and 5 out of the shotgun. Lawrence with it. Throws it. It's completed to Ingram, and he's going to be taking it to the 49-yard line, and a first down here for the Jaguars. And of course, now is where you create that tempo. You hurry up to the line here. Let's see, Mike says Lawrence getting loose, JB. And so, yeah, I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel it. Quick pass there to Kirk. And so Kirk is going to pick up about 5 yards in the play. Let's see, JB says, who do you think is going to get the MVP? And so MVP to me is Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is my MVP for this past season. I mean, you lose a guy like Tyreek, and there's no drop-off whatsoever. If anything, you just get better. And so Lawrence throws it low. And so he makes a guy miss. He's still rumbling. rumbling, dragged down by his arm, but it matters not. Takes it all the way to the Chargers' 22nd yard line. So now the Jaguars are coming out looking like a completely different team so far here in the third quarter, and they need to keep this going. Let's see, Mike says wing stop. Let's see, Mike says Ingram is pumped. All right, here we go. Out of the shotgun and get it to the back up the middle. Gonna pick up about 3 yards on the play. So now we got 2nd and 7 coming up. Ball right now at the Charger 19-yard line. So far in this drive, you got 9 plays, 70 yards, and over 3 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. Jaguars making a substitution here. Oh, yeah, and this is where if the Jaguars get momentum right now, like they've got right now, they can finish in the end zone here. Look out, Chargers. You cannot fall asleep. All right, out of the shotgun, they take the snap. Lawrence throws it up there. Ooh, incomplete. Incomplete. He tried to go out of Asante Samuel Jr. there, but incomplete. Third down coming up here, 3rd and 7. Now, third down, this is where you've got to show that these third downs you can convert on plays like this. It's the difference from potentially a touchdown and a field goal. And right now, a touchdown looks so much better than a field goal. Let's see, JV says Vikings have 4 lucky wins this season. All right, here we go. 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Chargers sending pressure. And they got him. They got him for the sack. But wait a second. There's a penalty. Hold up a minute. There's a penalty. And this is going to be big. All right, so neutral zone infraction. Okay, that's 5 yards there. So we're going to repeat 3rd down. I thought it might have been defensive holding there, but all right, so neutral zone infraction there. And so that's a big play. Big play against Joey Bosa. Jay says that sack was the last thing they needed. Well, lucky for them, they got the penalty there. So therefore, it's going to be 3rd and 2. So you get another opportunity. Got to make it count. Give the ball to Travis Etienne in this situation here. 3rd and 2. And if you don't get it on 3rd down, go for it on 4th down right now. But you're down 27-7. You got to go ahead and show the other team that you're punching back. All right, here we go. Shotgun. Etienne goes in motion here. 3rd and 2. They snap the ball. They throw it to Etienne out the backfield, and it works like it's done all game long there. Picks up 7 yards. Every time they try this play, it has worked for them. And that's a 1st down. So now, 1st and goal for the Jags here. 7 yards away from the end zone. And what a drive it is. 11 plays, 82 yards, and over 5 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock so far. But yeah, Bosa, that was a big penalty right there. Huge penalty. And he knows it. Here we go. 1st and goal. Takes the snap. Throws it to Askew, and he catches it. And he goes down after picking up about 2 yards on the play. He slipped on the play. 2nd down coming up. Mike says Bosa clown. Again, 3rd quarter here with 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Chargers leading this one 27-7. But the Jaguars right now knocking on the door, and this would be a huge touchdown. Let's see. 2nd and goal. You just need about a good 5 yards to get there. One back in the backfield. Receiver goes in motion. They snap the ball. Toss it to Etienne off the right tackle. And he's going to fight forward. He's about 1 yard shy of the end zone. I say there's no need to get fancy here. It's 3rd down. I would call quarterback sneak right now, but let's see what they call. They need 1 yard. Let's see what they call. JB says Brock Purdy played like a beast. He's the first rookie to win a playoff game. You mean this season, JB? Because Ben Roethlisberger, as a rookie, he won a playoff game, right? Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger took him to the AFC Championship game. All right, here we go. 3rd and goal. One back in the backfield. Multiple tight ends here. One receiver. Snaps the ball, and, man, there's a penalty. And thank goodness for that penalty there, because you had guys bumping shoulders and stuff. Ah, delay of the game. Delay of the game. Can't have that. You got to be more disciplined than that. 3rd and 1 is so much of a higher percentage than 3rd and 6. You have to be aware. You can't be sleepwalking. You're already down 20 points right now. You should not be getting delayed a game. All right, you got to make it happen, though. Got to make it happen. Let's see, 3rd and goal. Big play coming up here. Shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Lawrence throws it, and it is caught by a wide open Marvin Jones Jr., the forgotten one. 6-yard touchdown. And just like that, guys, the Jaguars offense has scored on back-to-back drives. But what a drive. 14 plays. 89 yards. Wow. Look at that. And as Jay just said, back in the game, there it is. Back in it. It's a game now. Mike says 2 more quick touchdowns. That's right. To the Jaguars lead JBOT. JB says, JB, if you could trade one player from the Pats, who would it be? One player from the Pats right now that I could trade? I mean, that's a very good question. If I could trade any player right now, honestly, I would probably trade Nelson Aguilar. I probably would trade Nelson Aguilar. Got to get him out of either him or Janu Smith, one of those two. Got to get rid of one, if not both, preferably both. But what a big time play there by the Jaguars. They're 27-14, and this feels like a different football game right now. 80 says touchdown. Where the hell is JB? Someone check GameStop. And JB says touchdown, touchdown. Braden says they still have a chance. That is true. Never say never. Never say never. So right now we're currently at the commercial, but we still got 5 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. And now the score is Chargers 27, Jaguars 14, but the Jaguars have scored 14 unanswered. So we're going to be looking at the Chargers, see how they respond to the Jaguars scoring a touchdown. Let's see, Mike says, hot take. I'm a big fan of Gabe Davis, the person, but would trade him for a lower 2nd round. Bills need a number 2 receiver. So you would trade him. Let's see, Jay says, anything can happen during playoff football. JB says, you just said never. That is true. That is true. 80 says, JB, who was the one that, I'm sorry, Jaden, who, I'm sorry, JB, who was that Braden chump that wanted to end the stream? Well, he did mention something about ending the stream. Now, he did mention that. But we're not going to hold it against him. We're not going to hold it against him. It's January. We're not going to do it. And so Mike says he called Marvin Jones. That he did. That he did. Marvin Jones was actually on my fantasy football team in our 16-man league. And so he's been hit or miss this year. Hit or miss. What if Trevor Lawrence follows up his first half of 4 interceptions with like 4 touchdowns or something like that when it's done, all said and done? That would be insane to have like 4 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. But again, that touchdown was made possible due to Joey Bosa's mistake on 3rd down that allowed the Jaguars to get a redo at 3rd and 2, and the Jags cashed in. All right, about to have kickoff on the way. All right, we got a return here by the Chargers. He's at the 15, 20, all the way to the 23-yard line here. So the Chargers, who lead this from 27-14 here in the 3rd quarter with 5 minutes and 6 seconds to go. Let's see what the Chargers do offensively. Let's see. Jay says Cliff Kingsbury may become an offensive coordinator somewhere. Nope, that is not going to happen. At least not this year, Jay, because Cliff already told teams that were interested that no, he's not interested in being an offensive coordinator. He's only interested in head coaching vacancies, and he's taking a vacation, a one-way vacation. So he does not have football on the brain for an offensive coordinator in the foreseeable future. All right, but here we go for the Chargers here out of the shotgun. Back goes in motion. They take the snap. Jaguars send in pressure. Chargers pick it up, though. And, oh, what a nice completion there. Back shoulder to Everett there. And that's a first down. Taken to the Chargers' 44-yard line. What a big-time throw there by Herbert there. And an even bigger catch by Everett to adjust and make that reception. Now they snap the ball here, 1st and 10, and throws the ball out of bounds, incomplete. Everett was the closest receiver there. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up here from their own 44-yard line here in the third quarter with 4 minutes and 39 seconds to go. Again, the Chargers leading right now 27-14. JV says, Georgia won 65-7. Come on, TCU, you have to make it closer at least. And so TCU did not even try. They folded like a lawn chair. I mean, I kid you not, it was ugly. But, hey, for Georgia, though, pure domination. Pure domination. All right, 2nd and 10, Herbert up under center. Play fake. Throws it there to Everett. And so look at him use his blockers there. Still rumbling, still running over people, stepping on people. Take it all the way to the Jaguars' 31-yard line. What a play. Wow. About 25 yards on that play. Let's see, Mike says, where Travon Walker? Mike says, D playing like garbage. Mike, you're asking the questions that the defensive coordinator and position coaches are asking right now. All right, so here we go, 1st and 10 right now. 31 yards away from the end zone. Let's see what they do. Gives it to Austin Eckler, and he's going to be met there by the defensive line. They're going to lose a yard on the play. So now we got 2nd and 11 coming up from the Jaguars' 32-yard line. So if you're the Chargers, you want to score a touchdown, but you also would like to take up some time while you continue to move towards that end zone. All right, so 2nd and 11, shotgun here. 3 receivers towards the bottom of the screen. Gets the snap. Pressure all around him, and he threw it incomplete. I mean, good job just getting rid of that football there. I thought they were going to sack him on the play, but incomplete. Now we got 3rd down coming up here, 3rd and 11. Ball at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. So 3rd down for the Jaguars. You got to get them off the field. Let's see, Mike says, where Devin Lloyd? And so Devin Lloyd. All right, here we go out of the shotgun. Gets the snap. Throws it and just throws that one away. Incomplete. So 4th down coming up here, and it's at the Jaguars' 32-yard line right now. Mike says all these first-round rookies. So we're going to bring out the kicker here. This should be a 50-yard field goal attempt for the rookie. All right, snap is good, hold is good, and the kick is good as well. So the Chargers increase their lead 30-14 right now. So they get their first points of the second half here. Again, we're here in the third quarter with 2 minutes and 58 seconds to go here in the third quarter. All right, so kickoff about to be on the way, and again the Chargers leading 30-14 right now. But the Jaguars, last couple of times they've had the football, they've been able to punch it in there for a touchdown. Let's see if they can keep this going, and they're going to have to keep this going. Let's see, Mike says linebacker Arden Key doing all the work. Kickoff on the way. And we're going to get a return here. He's at the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He had a good return earlier. Took it all the way to the 32-yard line here. So Trevor Lawrence with his team trailing right now 30-14. I wonder if they do score a touchdown, would they consider possibly going for two afterwards? But yeah, last drive though, 8 out of 9 for 68 yards and a touchdown. Let's see if they can keep this going. But you got to protect the football and keep moving with that positive momentum they've had the last two drives. Here we go. 1st and 10 shotgun formation. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back from their own 32-yard line. They snap the ball, give it to Travis Etienne, shakes away from one guy. And still running forward there. Nice pickup there. Picks up about 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming up from the Jaguars 37-yard line. Mike says Lawrence surfs and smokes marijuana cigarettes. Bet. I mean, if you're going off of his hairstyle, I would guess that. Travis Etienne today, 14 rushes for 63 yards. All right, here we go to the shotgun. Gets the snap. Lawrence throws it. It's completed. And so he makes one guy miss, and that's a first down. Of course, Marvin Jones Jr. with that reception picked up 11 yards on the play and took it to the Jaguars' 48-yard line. Now they're hurrying up now. There's 2 minutes to go here in the quarter. They trail 30-14. Take the snap. Give it to the back, and the back, Etienne, is going to pick up about 8 yards on the play, setting up 2nd and 2. Lawrence directing traffic here. Takes the snap. Gives it to the back, and the back takes it all the way to the 38-yard line of the Chargers. And again, right now, Jacksonville, I like the fact that they're moving the ball here, but they're also, right now, they're thinking about, the time as well. And when you're down by as many points as they were earlier, you have no choice but to speed things up, and that's what they're doing. Shotgun, 3 receivers towards the top of the screen here. 55 seconds to go here in the third. Lawrence gets the snap. Lawrence looking. Lawrence throws it in the end zone for a wide open touchdown to Zay Jones. How about that play right there? I mean, he was open. And what a touchdown. 5 plays, 68 yards, 2 minutes and 14 seconds in terms of time of possession on that drive, and they scored very quickly. Now, are they going to go for the 2 here and try to make it a 1-score game? How about that? How about that? Braden says we got a game now. Mike says dimes, dimes, dimes. And he says that Holbert's about to cry. But here we go. Jack's going for the 2-point conversion here. This is very big here. They're telling the fans to be quiet here. They are at home here. They need to get this 2-point conversion to make it a 1-score game here. They're thinking about the long run. Jay says Jags needed that bad. Yes, they did. Kirk goes in motion. Takes a snap. Looking. Lawrence throws it. Incomplete. That's a big stop there for the Chargers defense there. That could come back to bite the the Jaguars later on. But excellent coverage. Personally, I would have liked to seen Trevor Lawrence go in some type of motion or bootleg or something, and if it wasn't there, just run it. Yeah, Yeah, that was just poor assignments. You left them wide open there. I mean, just I get it. It was zone, but that was bad. All right, I see a flag is currently down. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Joey, man, Bosa, sit yourself down, bruh. What are you doing? You already hurt your team enough. You already did enough damage. Wow. Well then, that's a Bosa for you. And he says, JB, nothing is over. Damn you. Mike says, Bosa clown. Let's see. Mike says, what'd he say? Well, I don't think he told the official that he was doing a good job. I'll take that guess. Braden says, I never said it wouldn't go to JBOT. Sure you didn't. All right, kickoff on the way. Caught around the 3. He's at the 15 and goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line, which is where the Chargers will take over, leading 30-20 right now in the third quarter. Just 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter before that final quarter, that fourth quarter. But right now, the Jaguars, they are feeling it a lot. They figured it out. They have figured it out. Whatever it is, they have figured it out. So now for the Chargers, what you're trying to do is you're trying to front run right now. You're trying to keep scoring offensively and take time off the clock. Here we go. Hurry up under center. Gets it to the back and the back. Off the left side. Tries to cut up there and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up. 2nd and 10. Ball from the Chargers 20-yard line. So 18 seconds to go here in the third. All right, so that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter right now in the score. Chargers leading 30-20 right now, but the Jaguars, hey, they're in it. And right now they found their offense. They scored 13 points in the third quarter. So right now we've got one quarter remaining. But again, we are at the commercial now. So now let's revisit the stats here and see how both sides are doing. We'll start with Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, 20 of 35 for 195 yards through the air. 3 passing touchdowns, 4 interceptions. All came in the first half, those 4 interceptions. But since then, he's thrown 3 straight touchdowns there. So he figured it out. Been sacked once. On the ground for the Jaguars, Travis Etienne, he has 16 carries for 76 yards. He has all the team carries so far in this one. Receiving wise for the Jags, Evan Ingram, he's got 6 catches for 72 yards and a receiving touchdown. Zay Jones, 6 catches, 61 yards and a receiving touchdown. Marvin Jones, he's got 3 catches, 29 yards and a touchdown. While Christian Kirk, 3 catches for 19 yards. Travis Etienne also has a couple catches also in this one. Let's see. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, Justin Herbert, 20 of 35 for 226 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception. On the ground for the Chargers as a team, 18 carries for 42 yards. Austin Eckler's got 11 carries for 30 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. And receiving wise, Gerald Everett, he's got 6 catches for over 100 yards and 1 receiving touchdown. Keenan Allen's also got 5 catches for 55 yards as well. And Donald Parham Jr., 4 catches for 23 yards also. But again, we are going to be starting the fourth quarter when we come back from the commercial here. And Chargers up 30-20. Chargers have the football, but we got ourselves a game. Let's see. Mike says 49ers, two good quarterbacks that cost nothing. And so, hey, there it goes. All right, so here we go. Started the fourth quarter. Chargers here with the football, and the last thing they want is the Jaguars to get the football back without them scoring. Now, hold on. There's a penalty here. There's a penalty here, and looks like there was some movement here on the offense. It's going to back them up 5 yards here after the false start penalty. So now we're going to be looking at 2nd and 15. Let's see. Mike says fake Josh Allen about to clobber Herbert. JB. All right, so here we go. All right, so out of the shotgun, 2nd and 15. They take the snap. Herbert looking. Herbert throws it. It's completed across the middle and picks up the first down there to Palmer. He picked up 18 yards with that first down. So now you got 1st and 10 right now from the Chargers 33-yard line. The best thing that can happen for the Chargers here is a long drive that takes off at least about a good 6, 7, 8 minutes off the clock and finishes in a score. That is what the Chargers need to try to do. But plays like that is exactly what you want. Let's see, 80 says, Braden counted the Jags out, LOL. Meanwhile, to the shotgun here, Allen goes in motion. They snap the ball, get it to the back. And so Kelly, he's going to pick up about 4 yards in the play. You got 2nd and 6 coming up here from the Chargers 37-yard line. All right, substitutions being made on offense. All right, so they're going to go 5 wide here, 2nd and 6. Herbert feels the pressure, and the pressure gets to him for the sack. And man, they threw him down late, and that's going to be a flag. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Unnecessary roughness by the rookie Walker. That is so hurtful for your team. I mean, I get it, but you hear the whistle. You know you did, and I know you want to let them know that you're there. But come on, man. Come on. You know the NFL has become very sensitive to that kind of stuff. You can't do it. You hate that too. You did a good play. You made a great play. And because of that, you gift the team the first down. But here we go. Hurry up under center here. Receiver goes in motion. Going to give it to the back. And the back follows the fullback. Picks up a yard on the play. Jaguars are certainly playing much better here. But you can't make mistakes like that last one. And that was a mistake. You get a stop. Chance for the offense to get the ball back. Don't make that mistake. When it comes to playoffs, it's about being smart. Let's see. Mike says, picked him up and walked around with him and tossed him. 2nd and 9 here. Keenan Allen goes in motion. They snap the ball. Fake it to the back. Herbert bootlegging, throws it on the move. Incomplete. Incomplete. So you get an incompletion there, and you stop the clock. So 3rd and 9 coming up. So now another opportunity here for the Jaguars defense to try to get Herbert off the field. All right, 3rd and 9. Out of the shotgun. Gets the snap. Herbert looking. Herbert steps up, moving, avoided the rush. He's going to scramble. Whoa, look at that. I thought they had him for another sack, but Justin Herbert, he made it happen. He took off, he ran, and he picked up 13 yards and a first down here for the Chargers. Now we got 1st and 10 from the Jags 41-yard line. Let's see. 80 says that roughing the passer then call was more BS than Bill Belichick's son as a quarterback. Let's see. Mike says, shoot, Key almost had him. 80 says, coach. And so, but man, I mean, that was excellent job that time being aware of where the defender was and making him miss. That's just Justin Herbert there. All right, so timeout call by the Chargers here. And so, again, here in the 4th quarter with 11 minutes and 58 seconds to go, Chargers up 30-20 right now. But still, just under 12 minutes left to go in the playoffs here. And so if you're the Jags, though, that penalty by Walker, that really, really hurt. Really hurt. Let's see. Mike says, found in the second intentional roughness by not setting him down nice. And so I get it. That's tough. But at the same time, though, when you hit a whistle, you legitimately got to let up. But again, we are at the commercial here, and the score is Chargers up 30-20. But yeah, Justin Herbert, 21 of 37 for 244 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, sacked twice. He did get that scramble also. You know, he's got 3 carries so far in this one for 12 yards. Let's see, Mike says that he would hug him, raise his hand, and tell the ref, I'm going to let go now, okay? The ref will probably still throw a penalty on you, though. Probably. All right, getting back to the action, and now is a good time to remind that tomorrow I will be streaming the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Obviously, for the Ravens, no Lamar Jackson, but we will have Tyler Huntley out there. I am thankful for that and stuff like that. But the Ravens better bring their A game, especially on defense, and try to slow down Burrow and company if they're going to make this one a game. But meanwhile, back to this one from the 41-yard line of the Jaguars here. Justin Herbert and company trying to score again. Herbert up under center. Takes a snap. Play fake. He's looking. He throws it and incomplete. 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 Second down coming up here. 2nd and 10. Now there is a penalty. There is a penalty. Let's see. Mike says 3 absolute powerhouses in the AFC. Rare. Well, that's actually on the offense there. Okay, negligible man downfield. Again to Ricky Johnson. I mean, did he think he was running a route or something? All right, but here we go after the penalty, backing him up to 1st and 15. Herbert takes a snap, throws it. Ball got deflected. Incomplete. So now we've got 2nd and 15. Let's see. Mike says, imagine if Lamar did play that game, would be fire. Yes, that would have been. We were hoping for that, Mike, but unfortunately, we won't get to see that, so we'll have to settle. All right, but 2nd and 15 here. You don't have to get them all on this play. Takes the snap. Herbert throws it over the middle. Caught there by the tight end, and he's going to be about 4 yards shy of the first down marker. Third down coming up. So we've got 3rd and 4 right now from the Jaguars, 35-yard line. So far on this drive, you got 9 plays, 45 yards, and about 4 minutes in terms of time of possession off the clock. But if you're the Chargers here, you want to take off more time and you want to score. At least take off another 2 minutes if possible and try to get in that end zone. But important third down here. Out of the shotgun. Let's see if the Jags bring pressure here. And they do. Herbert throws it and complete it to Keenan Allen. And that's going to be a first down. Taken all the way to the Jaguars' 29-yard line. Picked up 6 yards and the first. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, gives it to the back, and the back between the left tackle and guard picks up about 4 yards on the play. All right, so 2nd and 6 here. 9 minutes and 50 seconds to go. You think back to that penalty and all like that that the Jaguars had earlier and how that is really hurting them right now because the Chargers still with the football, more time off the clock, and they're still driving it. All right, they picked up 3 yards on the carry, so now we got 3rd and 3 coming up from the Jaguars' 22-yard line. So far on this drive, 12 plays, 58 yards, over 6 minutes in terms of time of possession. I said it earlier towards the start of the drive. These are the kind of drives where you want to go 6+ minutes in terms of time of possession and finish in the end zone. And right now, the Chargers have an opportunity if they can just keep doing what they're doing. But they're facing 3rd and 3 right now. Let's see, Mike says, what's beeping microwave? And so it's actually a heater that likes to turn itself on and off. All right, but here we go to the shotgun. Takes a snap. Herbert moving. Herbert looking. Herbert throws it, and it's going to be incomplete. Nobody was going to climb the ladder and catch that one. There is a penalty, though. There's a penalty. Holding on the offense. Penalty will be declined, though. They will decline. Let's see, Braden says, yeah, Mike, I wish Lamar was playing. And so I really, really wish Lamar was playing. All right, so we got the rookie coming out here. Dicker the kicker. He's 3 of 3 so far today, including one from 50. Let's see if he can convert on this one and go 4 for 4. 40-yard field goal attempt. Mike says, don't go, don't go. Kick is up, and ooh, he missed it. So it curved on him. Uh-oh, this could be big here for the Chargers. With 8 minutes and 47 seconds left to go. What was a great drive, honestly, ends in no points. He missed it. That's right. Braden says he missed it. That is right. He missed it. And Doug Peterson, he's happy about that one. He knows his team is still very much alive in this one. Braden says, oh my, the Chargers are chargering. That's right. Chargers didn't bring their charger, I guess, because they are running low on batteries right now. Jay says, wow, huge miss. Mike says, no good. So, yes, this is. Well, I mean, this is if you're the Jaguars, this is telling you everything you need. You go out there and you score you a touchdown, you'll be down by just 3 points. Or even if you get a field goal, you'll be down by a touchdown. And if you're the Chargers, 8 minutes and 47 seconds sounds like forever. Let's see, Mike says the Bills will crush the Chiefs. Oh, so bad. Let's see, Jay says, if the Hills even make, I'm sorry, if the Bills even make it, Mike. And so, ouch, he's saying if the Bills even make it. Wow. But it's true. I mean, just imagine what the score would be if the Jaguars played in the first half, how they're playing right now. Imagine what the score would be. All right, but here we go, Jaguars. And so Trevor Lawrence just just trying to avoid the sack there. Tried to avoid it. Didn't work, though. They got him for the sack, though. So 2nd and 19 coming up from their own 21-yard line here in the fourth quarter with 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Chargers up 30-20. But right now the Jaguars, they're feeling optimistic, but you can't have mistakes like that. Let's see. Jay says, do you want the Bills to have an indoor stadium, Mike? That's a good question, Mike. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 19. Got to snap the ball. And they do. Throws it. That's going to be incomplete. So now we got 3rd and 19. There is a penalty. Looks like that's going to be defensive pass interference. Oh, wow. Yeah, he's got his thumb bleeding there. All right, 1st and 10. Again, fourth quarter here. Winner moves on. 7 minutes and 56 seconds remaining. They snap the ball. Give it to Travis Etienne off the left guard, and he's going to pick up about 6 yards on the play. So now we're looking at 2nd and 4 coming up. Braden says JBOT. It's funny how things change. All right, again, 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the fourth. They snap the ball. Throws it. Is it a catch? Is it a catch? And it looks like they're calling it a catch here. Jaguars trying to hurry to the line. Let's look at this replay, and I mean, on first glance, it does look like a catch. The booth will review it, though. I'm sorry, this was a coach's challenge there. All right, so we got ourselves a challenge out there. All right, so looking at this, what do you guys think? It looks like a catch to me. At least from the angle that we're seeing, it looks like a catch. Jay says he thinks it's a catch. Yeah, I agree. I think this is a catch. Obviously, right now, though, for the Chargers, though, it's an opportunity to, one, try to slow down momentum, two, just to make sure they got the right call. Let's see. Braden says, if the Jaguars come back, and it'll be one of the greatest comebacks in playoff history, Braden says it's a catch, and a very good catch at that. That's right, it is a catch. But of course, sometimes the officials don't always see what we see, so let's see what they see. But yeah, I expect for this to stand and charge the Chargers a timeout. And again, still right now at the commercial, awaiting for them to come back. All right, so yeah, so it looks like they're confirming that it is indeed a catch. So yeah, that is a completion. Let's see. 80 says, too bad the officials don't see the tuck rule, lol. All right, so we go 1st and 10 again here in the fourth with 7 minutes and 4 seconds to go here in the fourth. Chargers up 30-20. But it's the Jaguars here. Opportunity with the football here to try to make it a one-score game to bring it down to the end of this game, actually. Feeling very much alive. They take the snap out of the shotgun. Lawrence throws it. It's going to be completed, and that's going to be a first down taken to the Chargers' 47-yard line. And you can see the Charger players, they're trying to pin him down so he doesn't get up too quickly. Let's see, Brandon says, Brandon Staley is such a bad coach. And so, Jacob, what's good with you? What's good with you? How are you? How have you been? All right, out of the shotgun, Lawrence with the football. In the pocket, steps up, throws it behind, and that's going to be incomplete. Intended for Marvin Jones. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up here in the fourth quarter with 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Chargers up 30-20. Braden says, 80s, you went there, LOL. Let's see, Jacob says, I haven't been in the stream in a while. And so, yeah, I saw the name there. How have you been? And so you're good. That is great. That is great. Glad to have you back. Just in time for the playoffs. All right, shotgun here. 2nd and 10. Lawrence takes a snap. Chargers send pressure. He throws it, and it's completed. Offensive line did a tremendous job picking up the pressure that time. And so Kirk takes it all the way to the 30-yard line here for the Jaguars. And of course, Jaguars, they are moving with an urgency here, down by 2 scores right now. They want to score as quickly as possible. Last time the Chargers had the ball, they took off 6 minutes in terms of time of possession. So therefore, the Jaguars understand they need to save as much time as possible. Throws it over the middle, and so Ingram, look at Ingram rumble, and he's going to take it to the 9-yard line, picked up 21 yards. So now we got a first and goal situation from the Chargers, 9-yard line. So far on this drive, I'm telling you, 7 plays, 61 yards, and just under 3 minutes in terms of time of possession on the clock. Jacob says, how are you? I am doing great. I am doing pretty good. Appreciate you for asking. All right, we got a first and goal situation here. Out of the shotgun. 3 seconds on the play clock. They snap the ball. Lawrence in the pocket. Throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete towards Ingram. Incomplete. Second and goal coming up. You say so. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, yes, I appreciate that. Absolutely. Appreciate it. All right, so we got second and goal coming up here. Again, if you're the Jaguars here, you really want to get that touchdown. But even if you don't, a field goal can still go a long way. All right, but here we go. Shotgun here. Takes the snap. Lawrence throws. And it's going to be caught. It's going to be caught for a touchdown. Wow. Just like that. Touchdown. Braden says touchdown. Braden says wow. 9 plays, 70 yards, 3 minutes and 22 seconds in terms of time of possession. If you're a Chargers fan, you're already feeling sick to your stomach right now. You're like, it's happening again. What is wrong? Why can't we just seal the deal? Wow. The Jaguars, they figured it out. Trevor, he went out there, made all his mistakes. He kept fighting. You got to admire a guy that doesn't give up. But right now, Chargers, 5 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Now, there is a penalty out there that they're discussing here. I'm about to say, don't tell me this is another penalty against Joey Bosa. Damn, you give the man his helmet, he throws it back down again? Wow. Let's see, 80 says, at ease, contact downfield. Man, Joey Bosa has lost his composure. Let's see, 80 says, TD, I call that JV's second honeymoon. Yep, unsportsmanlike conduct again. Again, Joey Bosa. I mean, it's been all penalties on him. At this point, you got to sit him. I don't care how good he is. He's hurting the team right now. And he has clearly lost his head. Yeah, Joey is just... I mean, you sling your helmet once. They get you your helmet back, and then you sling it again. Let's see, Jay says, Bosa has to understand that this game is not over yet. Exactly. Exactly. Ooh, look at this. A 2-point attempt here. So they're trying to do this so that way if they can get a field goal that they can win it. I like that. Thinking ahead. I like it. I mean, and you go back to the last drive where the Chargers missed that field goal also. All right, but let's see this 2-point conversion here. All right, one back in the backfield here. And, oh, Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. Reached out and ensured that. I'm sorry, 2-point conversion. Got the 2-point conversion. Reached out and extended that one. And so 30 to 28, I think it's safe to say that based upon how the math would work out, we don't have to think about overtime at all. This is who's going to win this in regulation. Wow. Jay says Superman Lawrence. Braden says, wow. What a play. What a play. I mean, normally most teams has a linebacker that the moment you start reaching, he reaches out for it also. But that time caught the Chargers sleeping, and 49 was so far back. I mean, what was he doing? Painting the field? Let's see, 80 says, JB throw Bosa and his big nose out of the game. And so, hey, give me the power. I would. I would. Yeah, talk to him, Khalil Mack. Talk to him. But wow, 30 to 28 here in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Who would have thought that? Jaguars with all three timeouts also. So the Chargers, you better find a way to score a touchdown. Chargers did miss the field goal last time. That's big also. All right, kickoff on the way. Braden says Trevor Lawrence, after throwing 4 picks, has now thrown 4 touchdowns. There it is. I said it earlier. Let's see. Jay says, my Chiefs blew a huge wild card lead in 2014 against a similar touchdown dive from Andrew Luck. I remember that, Jay. I was so upset with your Kansas City Chiefs because at that time, you know, Pop Brown's team being the coach, I wanted his team to lose. And so I was so mad with Alex Smith and company during that game. All right, but here we go for the Chargers. This is the drive that you got to find a way to seal the deal here. Herbert up under center. Tight end goes in motion. Went back in the backfield. Play fake. Herbert steps up. Rush all around him. And they get him for the sack. They get him for the sack. He's going backwards. How about that? 80 says interceptions don't matter if you make it up. That's the same point that Jameis Winston tried to tell Tampa Bay. 80 says, maybe there's a dog in his fight. Perhaps. Perhaps. All right, here we go. A lot of pressure on the Chargers now. Whenever you blow a big lead like that, you feel so much pressure. 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Herbert takes the snap. Gonna dump it down to Austin Eckler. They want him to make a play, and he makes the first guy miss. Unfortunately, brought down by the second guy, though. Picked up about 4 yards on the play. Third down coming up here. So we got third and about 13 here with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. And so, man. Let's see, Jay says, when I tuned in at halftime, I thought this was going to be a blowout. Wow, I am shocked. And so, hey, that's what we love about the playoffs, right? You never know. Things just get crazy. You never know. And let's see, 80 says, JB Doug Peterson, the Philly special. All right, here we go. Receiver goes in motion. Takes a snap. Throws it. And, oh, Kelly barely caught that one, but he did. And it's going to go all the way to the 30-yard line. However, he will be about 5 yards shy of the first down marker, which means the Jaguars will get the football back with an opportunity to try to take the lead. The team that was trailing, and like it was looking bad. It was looking real bad. But this is what happens when a team doesn't quit and they come back. Braden says, we're witnessing the third largest comeback in playoff history. Jacob says, I'm kind of rooting for the Jags here. And so, man, 3 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. The Chargers only have one timeout. So if the Jaguars do score and take the lead, the Chargers are going to really regret only having one timeout right now. Meanwhile, the punt. It's rolling, still rolling. All right, so they'll take over from the Jaguars 21-yard line here. So the Jaguars down by 2 points. A field goal gets you the lead, and a touchdown will do the same thing. Let's see. Jay says, when do you go for it on fourth? If you're LA, would you punt? Would you have punted? And so honestly, in that situation there, I would have punted it, but I would have had to be on the Jaguar side of the field for me to consider going for it, honestly. But honestly, you got to know when your defense has just can't stop your opponent. And right now, that's exactly what's going on. The Chargers defense, they've lost their way. So someone needs to make a play here. And Joey Bosa needs to calm down and think about what matters. All right, here we go. ETN goes in motion. Lawrence. Oh, he almost threw a pick. Almost threw a pick. That would have been something if he would have ended the way that he started it. But that was Kyle Van Noy that went up there and almost made the play. Oh, the ball was right there. Ball was right there. Jacob says you're a Colts fan, but you got to root for the underdogs. And so there it goes. There it goes. And so I'm also thinking about the next round, who would potentially be a good matchup there also. All right, here we go for the Jaguars here from their own 21-yard line, 2nd and 10. Lawrence gets the snap, throws it, and it's going to be completed to Kirk, and Kirk's going to get the first down there. Picks up about 12 yards on the play. 1st and 10 from the Jaguars, 33-yard line here. 2 minutes and 53 seconds to go here in the fourth. They're lining up here, and I like it. It's been working all game long. Don't deviate away from it. Keep doing it. It's been working. All right, so here they go, line up in the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Lawrence snaps the ball. He's now running. He's going to scramble. Gets out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go here in the fourth. Let's see, Jay says, man, if LA loses, that Van Noy play will give the Charger fans nightmare for a long time. And so they'll have more than just that. Believe me, like if they end up losing by 1 point due to a field goal, they'll think, what if Dicker the kicker would have actually made that last kick? There's a lot of plays that got us to this point right here. But man, Charger fans, I know you are nervous as heck right now. Jaguar fans, you're optimistic as heck right now. I know. Marvin Jones goes in motion, shotgun here. Lawrence in the pocket, throws it. And it's going to be completed, it looks like, near the sideline. That is a catch. Christian Kirk. What a second half for Christian Kirk. He had just 1 catch for 4 yards in the first half. But the second half, though, he's been a lot more engaged. He now has 8 catches for 78 yards and a receiving touchdown. But here we go. They're at midfield here. About to hit the 2-minute warning, get the playoff just in time. Throws it, and that's going to be completed for about 5 yards there before they hit the 2-minute warning with 1 minute and 56 seconds left to go. And right now, Chargers down 30-28, less than 2 minutes to go, but they're at the Chargers 45-yard line here. And hey, if they keep doing what they're doing, they're going to have the opportunity to take the lead. Jay says, what a catch by Kirk. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Asante Samuel Jr., 3 INTs in the first half there. Wow. But he needs to get a 4th. He needs to get another one for his team. But the clock is going to be extremely important because Jacksonville, I mean, they've got all 3 timeouts here. They're in good field position, so they should at least get an opportunity at least a field goal attempt given where they are right now and if they keep the momentum going. But then it wonders if the Chargers, like say the Jaguars get a field goal or a touchdown, how much time would the Chargers have left? Those are questions. Let's see, Jay says, it doesn't get better than this. 2 minutes left, game on the line. Win or go home. That's right. And overtime is not something that we have to worry about here. So I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I am all for it. As Tio would say, get your popcorn ready. All right, here we go. 2nd and 5. 1 minute and 56 seconds to go here in the fourth. Shotgun formation here. Chargers showing pressure. Let's see if they send pressure. Lawrence gets the snap. Give it to ETN, and ETN's going to, let's see, he's going to be about a little shy here. Just a little shy here. 3rd down coming up here. 3rd and 1. 1 minute 44 left to go. All right, so here we go. Shotgun here. Takes the snap, looking, throws it, incomplete. Honestly, I felt like he should have threw that one to ETN. I feel like he would have got the first there, but 4th down coming up. You're faced with a 4th and 1 right now. 1 minute, 28 seconds left to go, but right now, you got to get that first down. Jay says, if you're Jacksonville, you just want to let that clock run and play for a field goal attempt. Yes, that's exactly what you want here. 4th and 1. All right, here we go. Lawrence up under center here, trips at the bottom of the screen, but they called a timeout. And that's Jacksonville that called a timeout there. They have 2 timeouts remaining. A minute 28. Got to make sure that they call this play and get it right. Old says, if the Chargers lose this game, I won't let my little brother live it down or let it down. Absolutely understand that. So this is it. I mean, about a minute 30 left here. Well, minute 28. Let's see what they call here. 4th and 1. Imagine that, 4th and 1, and you've got one of your better players on defense on this sideline because he don't know how to behave. Here we go. Lawrence takes the snap. They give it to Etienne. Etienne's going to bounce it outside and use that speed. He's still running 30, 25, 20, 15. This is why it is so important to have an offensive genius behind the play right there. That is a wonderful call right there. Everybody's bunched inside right there. You got a guy that's elusive and all like that, and everybody's thinking quarterback sneak or something inside, and then he does that. Wow. Braden says, what a play call. Absolutely. Jay says, wow. Unbelievable. This is football at its best. Absolutely, guys. This is fantastic. Now they snapped the ball to the shotgun. Oh man, got in the backfield and got him quickly there. Wow. And so, Jeannie, what's good with you? What's good with you? Let's see. Jay says, win or lose, Doug Peterson has done a great job with the Jags. And so here you go. It's going to come down to it here. It's going to come down to it. All right, they call a timeout here. 3 seconds remaining in the 4th. So this is it. They are going to go ahead and go for the potentially the game-winning field goal. Now, the Chargers got 1 timeout, so you can try to ice the kicker and stuff like that. You have that option. But other than that, you're completely at the mercy of this kicker here for the Jaguars. And I know for this young man, this is a lot of pressure here for Mr. Patterson. Let's see. Old says, Trevor, just don't throw another pick. Braden says, Brandon Stanley gone after this. And so that's the conversation. That's the conversation. All right, but here we go. But yeah, the Chargers, they've been out-coached. I mean, win or lose, they've been out-coached, and I had a feeling that that would be a concern coming into this game. All right, but here we go. 36-yard field goal attempt. All right, so they're going to call a timeout. Chargers call their final timeout to try to ice the kicker. Let them think about it for a little bit. 80 says, Braden and JB count the Jags and the Eagles out. Hello? That's funny. That's funny. Very funny. Absolutely funny. Let's see. So 3 seconds left. It's coming down to a field goal. This is the kind of game that we were hoping for here. Win or lose, both of these teams, they fought hard. Chargers had a great first half. Jaguars, tremendous second half. Kick is on the way, and he made it. He made it. It looked like it curved. Now, there is a penalty here. I see a penalty here, but the Jaguars are celebrating here. He made the field goal. Let's see, Jay says refs don't like the practice kicks anymore. Penalties decline. That's game. It is finalized. The Jaguars have won at home against the Chargers, and the Chargers, they blew a lead here. I mean, wow. After the first half, they came out swinging. Second half, they came out stumbling. Wow. Braden says, let's go. Braden says, wow. Let's see. 80 says, come on, JB. You are the man for keeping the stream going. Thank you. I appreciate that, 80s. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming out here and supporting. We will be back here again tomorrow between the Ravens and the Bengals. And we can only hope for a game this good, honestly, tomorrow. But, hey, it's the playoffs. Anything is possible. And we were reminded of that today. But, man, what a game. Congratulations to Trevor Lawrence and company. I will say I was extremely harsh on the kid with those 4 interceptions. You can't do that the next round, though. You can't go out there and throw 4 interceptions, though. You can't do that. But he picked it up since then. Proud of him. Doug Peterson did a tremendous job. Jay says, awesome stream, JB. Yeah, appreciate that. O says, dang, Chargers blow that league big time. Yeah, hashtag, it's time to let Staley go. It's time to let him go. So Jeannie says, thank you. See you tomorrow. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. And yes, you guys enjoy the rest of the night and stuff like that. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. But absolutely, we got more playoff coming tomorrow, and it's going to be big time. Mike, your Bills, good luck to them and stuff like that. I'm expecting them to go out there and take care of business. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, everybody got a team that's playing tomorrow. Good luck to you. Jag fans, congratulations. Charger fans, you guys didn't deserve that, but it's your coach's fault. I put it on him. It's the coach's fault. But there you go. See you guys tomorrow. You guys take care. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. But yeah, good night to everyone, and see you next time. Braden says, what a good game. Good night, JB. Yeah, good night to you. Good night to you.